Oh, I hate this. I hate starting and ending is the worst for me. So right off the bat, before we started, for the people out there listening to me on the platform, the podcast platform, so I have to pay a membership, right? And I get so much storage per month. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm paying $15 a month for this storage, and I think it equates to like 6 hours of audio. But I'm obviously going over per episode is like 2 hours, 3 hours. And so when I'm uploading one episode, that's taking already half my space up. So what I'm going to have to start doing, my mic, sorry, I kicked the mic. What I'm going to have to start doing is cutting up the episodes and releasing them per hour. So if we go over 2 hours, there's going to be a part 1 and a part 2, 3-hour podcast, part 1, part 2, part 3, and those will be released weekly. The whole YouTube video will be uploaded right off the bat. If you would like to help me with the payments, I have a PayPal, and that will be able for me to purchase more space and
love offering.
A love offering. I hate asking for give me money. But that's what's happening right now. I'm paying for the $15 a month to upload, the podcast. I'm not able to, 20, 25, keep uploading, more, getting more space because I'm not getting any revenue. I don't have any sponsors or anything.
I have a ton of marketers back there answering, calling.
Yeah. So if you if you love the show, if you love the YouTube channel, you want to help me out, that will pay for, more storage, better mics, better camera, better lenses, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's it. Hello, man. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Dude, you're a new dad, bro.
I am.
Sorry, that was longer than I thought it was. But I'm like, crap, I just got to say that.
I was like, do I interrupt? Do I go with it? I don't know what to do here.
Because I upload the whole thing, so now it's like part 1, part 2, part 3. So that's why I'm doing that. So anyways, all right, that's over with. Mm-hmm. Dude, you're a dad now, man.
That's what I'm saying. If I yawn, don't take it seriously.
I'm going to take it seriously.
It's just, I'm so sleepy.
And
if my wife sees it, she'll be like, sleepy from what? You don't ever wake up. I'm the one that has to wake up. I literally wake up. Terrible. Okay, so my wife wakes up because she breastfeeds him. And I'll feel movement. And I'll wake up and she'll be changing them. And I'll go and maybe hold his legs. Oh, she's changing them. I just hold his legs. You good? All right. And she's like, oh, you're not sleepy. I'm the one that's sleepy, but I swear I'm sleepy. It's not the same. It's different. There's a lot of crying in the background. You want me to edit that, Alex?
For what? I helped. Yeah, I helped.
It's raw footage, man. That's what we want. That's what people want. Raw footage.
Dude, man, not me. When Luke was born, it was mandatory. We had a schedule. I mean, it was...
That's what she tries to do with me, though. She wants a schedule, and I'm just like, just let him live. He's only a couple weeks alive. I don't know how to say it. He's been only alive for a couple weeks because she wants to be like, all right, we're going to feed him this time. You need what's it called? Strap him down. I forgot what it's called. I say it every single day.
Strap him down?
Yeah, you're supposed to keep his arms down.
Like when you what? You strap him down on her or on the bed?
What is it? She tells me what.
Swaddle?
A swaddle.
Man, how did I know that?
Because you're a dad, too.
Oh, yeah.
A swaddle. Yeah, we always got... And I'm just like... I hate seeing him like this. He just stares at me, and he's just doing this. And I'm just
they can't... When you wiggle, they can't... They don't know what you're doing. You have to explain
and he always gets his arms out. Every single... I'll come back 5 minutes later, and he's like this.
You got to do it tighter. You got to strap him down.
I feel like I'm going to suffocate him.
No, they like it, though. What's your son's name?
Lucas.
That's amazing.
So you have Luke and I have Lucas. It's just a Mexican version. I want to name him Luke because, I'm a big Star Wars fan. So I was like, I told her because, so her mom is a twin. And my great-grandpa is a twin. I have an uncle on my dad's side is a twin. So we're like, if we get twins, please do me a big favor. And she's like, what? I want to name them Luke and Leia.
Man.
And she's like, I don't know. I was like, please. I mean, if it's a boy and a girl, obviously. If it's a boy and a boy, I can't. But if it's a boy and a girl, I want Luke and Leia, please. And she was like, fine, whatever. She
said yes?
I think, from what I remember, she said yes. She was down for it. But and then it was just one little boy, and I was like, well, oh well. Let's just call him Luke. And she's like, no, it's not Mexican enough. I want him to be Lucas. Well, she gets on to me because I say Lucas, and she says, no, his name is Lucas.
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 That's real Mexican version.
Yeah, Lucas.
How come you just didn't give him a Mexican middle name? Like, I don't know.
His middle name is Angel.
Angel?
Angel. Angel.
Angel. Angel.
That's my middle name. So I didn't want to name Junior. Well, I'm Junior. But I didn't want to name Jose because, okay, so I do home remodeling with my dad. And we were at this house. We were doing some work. And then the floor guys were there. The brick guys were there. Landscape guys. And the owner was calling my dad. And he goes, hey, Jose. And like 8 of us turned around. So I was all like, yeah, I'm not naming my son Jose. I'm cutting it right here. So my dad's senior. I'm junior. And I was just like, well, at least I can give my middle name. So I gave him Lucas Angel.
See, the way I painted it, and this is true, but 50% is Star Wars. My favorite Bible verse is Luke 23:42, when Jesus is on the cross and he turns to the homeless guy, not the homeless guy, the criminal.
Yeah, I was saying he was not homeless. Just because he was a criminal that made him homeless, or what? Not all homeless guys are criminals, man.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. Man, I'm terrible.
I think everyone's wardrobe back then looked pretty homeless. But.
Oh, God. Please forgive me. He turns to we all know the homeless guy. Oh, man. So, I'm lost now. That was awesome. Jesus turns to the criminal.
Yeah, the criminal.
The hopeless guy. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, and he says, and the guy is like, "Hey, man, I believe you." I can't even say the person. All right, I'm really trying to get a hold of myself now. Okay, Jesus turns to the guy. The criminals turns to Jesus, and he's like, "Man, we suck, but you don't suck." You know. I can't even say the verse anymore.
That's a way to say it. We suck, but you don't suck.
The criminal says, hey, remember me when you go into heaven. And Jesus says, surely today you will be with me in paradise. That's my favorite Bible verse.
And it comes from Luke.
I never butchered something so bad in my life.
Yeah,
but man, that was funny.
I'm same as you. Like 50% is Luke Skywalker, 50% is Luke. Because I'm like, oh, it's a Bible name. So like, I want him to have a Bible name.
Oh,
I didn't want to make up these names nowadays, like West, or what was it called? North and...
North Face?
No, Northwest.
Northwest?
Kanye West's daughter. Kanye West has a daughter named North, so her name is Northwest, because Kanye West. And then he has
Is that real?
Yeah, and then he has a son called Saint. His name is Saint West. Now he has a new son, his name is Psalms. I'm not lying. Psalm. I think it's just Psalm. His name is Psalm West.
That's terrible.
So I didn't want to, I want to just keep it simple.
See, I want to, man, I think Shelly doesn't listen to these podcasts.
I don't. I was going to listen to it either. You never know.
But I think I have Shelly sold on the next son, because you heard it here. The next child will be a boy. If not, then I guess prophecy is... anyways, I'm pretty sure that the next child I have is going to be a boy. And I think I got her sold that we can name him John.
Okay.
And then maybe the third boy, we can name him Mark, and then Matthew.
I was going to say Peter or...
No, like all the 4 Gospels.
Oh, okay.
Then, that way, when I'm in Walmart, and I'm like... Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, come here. I just preached the gospel to everybody without even doing it. Why are you looking at me like that?
You're going to have like 5. I mean, the chances of you having that many boys. Well, I have an uncle. He had nothing but girls. And he kept trying. He had like 5 girls till he finally had a boy. Then he tried again 2 more times. He got 2 more girls. So, I don't know. Good luck on that.
Man, there's this dude... I think he has 3 girls, and his next girl is a girl, and I'm like, okay, guys, I don't care.
There's nothing wrong with
There's nothing wrong. But every dude wants a boy to bring his name to the next generation, his last name. And it makes me sad. I want like, man, I want to be like the Brady Bunch. I want like 3 boys, 3 girls. Like I love my son so much, man. I can just look at him and just cry. Like those people out there that have 12 kids, like I can understand. I don't really want to do that. But man, I'm like, man, I don't know what I would do. I sound like a jerk saying that, but those guys that have like 8 girls and no boys, I mean, I'm like, dude.
There's this guy at my church.
I'm sorry.
He keeps trying for a boy, and I think he's on his 4th girl. He's just like, he wants a boy so bad. And I'm like, I'm so blessed. I got a boy on the first try. Like,
I feel bad. I feel really bad talking about this.
the guys that don't have boys, I'm be like,
So, dude, Candle can do it. You're a businessman, obviously sporting your merch. Are we gonna give for the first 100 likes you get a free? Nah, I'm just kidding.
T-shirt. There's only like 3 of these in existence, and they're all prototypes. I have one. My wife has one. I made a white one. Didn't come out so well. It just hangs in the closet.
That's the one you'll get. First 100 likes.
Yeah, the practice ones. No, it's because I got Cricut machine, so it's like the ideas and stuff are endless.
So you make shoes. You design.
Yeah, but I design shoes. I don't make the shoes.
I
don't have people in the backyard, putting them together.
So was you always an artist? Like, how did this start? How did you begin doing this?
Well, I don't know. Like when I was little, my grandpa says that I used to always draw. My dad, my dad really wanted to. He can draw better than me if he wanted. So my mom can draw. My mom's always been into crafts. So I don't know. I guess it was just in my blood. It was in my genes, I think. And so I've always been into like art, and I always wanted to go to the Art Institute of Dallas. Always wanted to.
Really? Wow.
When it came to high school, there was no art classes in Frost, and
our school
our school that we went to. Yeah, there was no art school. There were art schools where I came from, which was close to this area here. I came from Dallas. So when I went over there, I kind of just like didn't do as much no more because there was no internet back then. And no art school or anything like that. So art classes. So I just really got into tennis. So then I was like, Coach Vickery, like she brainwashed me. And she was like, you should be a tennis coach. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I will, yeah.
Yeah, and then I went to Tyler for that, and I was just like, nah, I'm not made to be a coach. Like, I like playing it. I just can't coach. I don't have the patience for it. So now, all late, I'm like, mid-20s, I painted my first shoe, which was some old white authentic Vans.
You just picked them up and just did it? Or how did
they were in my closet, and I didn't have no money to buy new shoes.
Oh.
And I was like, they're all the white ones, they only last like a couple of days white. Just brown. Yeah. Never go back. So I was like, I don't want, they're good shoes. I don't want to get rid of them. I was like, well. So I got some acrylic paints. I asked my mom because, like I said, she's crafty. So I said, can I borrow some paints? She did. I like galaxy style stuff. Yeah. So I painted them galaxy style. Well, the thing is, the paint, acrylic regular paint is not made for shoes. Like, they'll crack. Yeah. Because you need paint that's going to flex and move. And that one hardens. So when you flex the shoe, it'll crack. Yeah. But I painted them and they came out really good. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. I watched YouTube videos at that time. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. And so after that, I did some, I don't know if you've ever heard of Circus Survive. It's a band. It's an indie rock band. And I did some shoes on that based on their album artwork. And then I sold them on eBay. And after that, I was like, well, maybe I should keep this going. So I did a bunch of kids' shoes for like my cousins. Did they sell? Did they sell on eBay? It was just one pair that I made. And they sold, I can't remember, like $30 or something. Wow, that's cool. Yeah. And they weren't even Vans. They were like Walmart shoes that I painted. But I did some for like little cousins and stuff like that. And then I stopped. So about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I got married and everything. And then about congratulations. Thanks. It's a milestone, but thank you. 2 years ago, I don't know what I wasn't big into photography, and I kind of still am. And I was big into photography, and one day, I don't know, it just hit me like I had like a breakdown. Like I started questioning my purpose, and I think me hitting my 30s and stuff had a lot to do with it. Yeah, I'm 31 so at that time. And so I don't know, not a midlife crisis because I'm not middle of my life, but it's just like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, well, I'm working with my dad. I'm not doing this. I'm just here. And it just all hits you all at one time. So my wife's like, why don't you start painting again? Like, you like doing it so much, just paint it or paint something. So I started painting shoes again. And then sure enough, I did some Texas Ranger shoes or something. And people liked them, so they would buy them. And then I did some for some little league baseball team. They ended up buying. So and I picked it up again. And then for my birthday last year, I did some Topo Chico shoes for the heck of it, just for fun. Yeah. Because I like the drink. Yeah. I don't like to drink. I like the drink. Yes. Okay. And keep it clean. Yeah. I'm an alcoholic. I'm sorry. No. I'm drunk right now. I like the drink, so I was like, heck, because you get to a certain age where it's like, let's just go out to eat and that's it. I was like, I want to still make birthday parties, themed birthday parties. Yeah, man. Yes. Yeah. So I did it back. Yeah. So I did the Topo Chico shoes, and then people were like, hey, where can I get those? I'm like, well, from me. So I've sold like maybe, I'm close to probably like 15 pairs of shoes. Not that many, but 15 pairs of shoes on Etsy. So you can find them on Etsy. Or if you go to Candlecandoit.com, you can find my Topo Chico shoes and you can buy them from there. So things are going slow again. And then I was like, there's got to be a way that I could I don't know how to explain it. It's a lot of stuff, but there's got to be a way I could share God's word through my shoes. So from that point, I started I wrote something on the computer. It's not a testimony, but a little message to whoever buys my shoes. Because I don't know who buys my shoes. I don't know if they're Christian or atheist or whatever. I said, put a message, Jesus loves you, this and this in the shoe box. And I told guys, I just want to open, if I'm meant to do this, do shoes, you're going to open doors for me. Yeah. I trust you are. I mean, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's a year from now, 5 years from now, I'm going to trust that you have a plan. I'm going to keep doing it, but I trust that you have a plan for me. Yeah. So my wife, she loves this band called Social Club Misfits. Okay. They're a Christian rap band and or a group, Christian rap group. And we were going to the concert, and she was like, can you make me some shoes? And I was like, yeah, because you were in the concert, people were like, where'd you get your shoes from? And then I got business cards. So I did that, and I posted on my Instagram. So maybe I think a couple days later, one of the guys in the group, his name is Fern. Shout out to Fern. He messaged me. He's like, "Hey, give me your number. I need to talk to you." And I was like, "Whoa! This is a big deal for me." Who's this guy again? Fern. He's from Social Club Misfits. Oh my gosh! So that's amazing. I was like, "Oh my god! This is crazy!" Anyways, so I gave him my number. Sure, he calls me 2 minutes later. I'm on the phone with him. He's like, "I got some shoes. We're gonna go to Dallas. We're performing at the Arlington. What do you call it? The college in Arlington, Texas. UT. Yeah. UT of Arlington. There. Yeah. We're gonna perform there. I got some shoes that I want you to customize for me. You think you could do it? But I need it by I think he gave me a week. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, of course. I mean, I'll work, all night if I have to. Yeah. So sure enough, I did them, and I sent them to him, and he wore them on his tour. He was going on tour, so he's like, I need him by my tour date. So, he got him by tour, and he wore them on his tour thing. I thought that was so cool because I was like, to have some shoes that I created on stage. Yeah. So that was so cool. And after that, ever heard of Andy Mineo? Andy Mineo. He's also he's a rapper, and I was like, hey, I would love to get some shoes out to him, and because Fern, they're really good friends with him. And you've heard Lecrae. Yeah. Okay, well, he signed with Lecrae. Oh, wow. And so he goes on tours with Lecrae all over the place. And so I was like, I would love to get some shoes out to him. He's like, all right, well, yeah, I'll give you this address and you can send it to him. Lecrae? No, Andy Mineo. Oh, yeah. But at this time, Lecrae, Andy Mineo, all them dudes, they were all going on tour. So he was like, I'll send you the address to their, I guess where they were going to start. I guess they have maybe a place they go to before, I guess the tour buses. Yeah. I'll give you that address, and by the time they get there, the package should be there. So yeah, sure enough, he helped me get the shoes to Andy Mineo, and then Andy Mineo posted it on his Instagram, and
Did he tag you?
Yeah, he tagged me.
Oh
he tagged
my gosh.
me. He's like, man, like I got these shoes from Candlecandoit, this and this. I was like just hearing my name and stuff. I thought that was really cool. So God answers prayers. Like I didn't think it was gonna be the like couple days, but just when I said, God, open doors for me. I know you can do it. I didn't expect it to be that way.
Yeah.
But and of course, my wife's a big fan of all those artists, so she was psyched about it. She was like,
gosh.
"Oh my gosh!" Like they would take like the Social Club Misfits for my anniversary. He was like, "Hey, come to Houston. I'll give you free tickets to my show and stuff like that." And so that was our anniversary weekend. Oh, have you ever heard Chingo Bling?
Mm-mm.
He's a rapper as well. He's from Houston.
Yeah.
And he also bought some Topo Chico shoes for me. So that weekend on anniversary, I told him, I go, hey, I'm going to Houston because that's where he resides. I was like, I could drop the shoes off for you if you want, or I'll meet up with you. So sure enough, I met up with him, gave him his shoes, and then I went to the Social Club Misfits concert. And then after the show, I went backstage with them, and I was just hanging out with them. Like it was just like surreal. Like to me, I guess like Christian rappers, maybe to people who never heard of them, it's like that's not a big deal. But to us, like that we know who they are. Like
yeah,
to me,
amazing.
I was like, dang, like that's so cool. Like so hopefully, they're just now getting their name known, but but still to me, like it was a big deal for me. Like
oh my gosh,
so
dude, that's amazing.
Yeah. But I still keep in touch. Actually, I was texting him on the way up here. Sometimes he'll send me like clippets of songs that he doesn't release.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if he will release, but he'll send me like songs and be like, "Hey, check this out. Hope you like it," or something like that. And I think in one of his songs, he hasn't released this song yet. And I don't know if he is, but he shouted me out in the song. Thought that was pretty cool.
That's amazing.
And they just dropped a new album like sometime earlier this year. They dropped a new album.
So do you still take like if someone's like, man, can you do this? I want I can't John Cena shoes, or I don't know. I'm just trying to think of.
No, I'm too big for that. I just do artists and actors and yeah. Like today, I got someone who wanted some Texas Ranger shoes, and I was like, yeah, I'll pick the shoes up since I knew I was coming over here. I was like, I'll get the shoes on the way home, and I'll start them tonight. So I just take any shoes. Anything is better than nothing.
Is it only shoes, or do you do like shirts or control? I know you do some controllers.
I have done controllers, but I kind of stopped. Like they weren't coming out as great as I thought they would. I think I need a different kind of paint because the shoes take a leather acrylic paint, not just regular acrylic. It has to be leather acrylic because they're flexible. Well, the ones that go in hard plastic, you got to put hardener in the paint. But it still doesn't. It comes out a little clumpy sometimes. I can't figure it out, so I kind of just like cut that off. I was like, I'll just do shoes for now.
Yeah.
But I also do rooms. Me and my brother, we've done like custom rooms. Like this guy.
I didn't know that.
This guy we did by my house. Me and my dad and my brother, we actually added an addition to his house from the foundation all the way to the roof. We did everything, and then his old garage, we closed it in. And he's like, I want to do a game room. He's like, and I want to get like stuff like Mavericks over here, Stars over here, Cowboys over here. He's like, you know anyone who could do that? I was like, yeah, me. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah. So me and my brother, we split the room. We're like, all right, you got that side, I got this side. I did the Rangers and the Mavericks. He did the Stars and the Cowboys. And
do you paint it, or do you have like a stencil, or do you actually hand?
All that was hand painted. We did some letters with stencil, but even that, it's just hard to use stencils on there because it's the wall, and if you put sticky stencils, it'll peel the old paint off. And so we had to do like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like we did stencils that don't stick, and we brushed it in, but then you still gotta like, trim it up. So
that's crazy.
So we call it. I've had a couple of people who are interested in getting some rooms done.
Yeah.
But we call it. We're still in the process of trying to figure it out.
So to find you, they could just go to Candlecandoit, like .com.
.com is where all my shoes are. You can actually contact me from there.
I'm sure I could put your link
below. Literally, it's just www.candlecandoit.com.
That's awesome.
And then from there, you can go to my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter.
That's awesome.
So everything's linked.
Are you still doing the videography?
Yeah, I'm still doing the videographer.
I can't even say it.
I still do that. I mean,
dude, I did my first wedding Saturday.
For real?
Yeah, by myself.
You didn't crash a drone or anything?
No, but I want you to tell that story. But man, I loved it. It was, I researched a lot. There's this dude I watch on
I was
YouTube.
going crazy researching too.
Did you look at this one guy's name is Who Is Matt? He's the guy with the big beard. He looks like he's our age.
No, I saw one. This guy didn't have a beard though.
He's awesome. He just does weddings.
Mm-hmm.
I binge watch like 10, 15 of his videos. I joined a Facebook group, like asking questions.
That's how I am. Like if I really get into a topic, dude, I start adding like Facebook groups, saving pictures and videos, and I go crazy like doing homework. But for like actual school stuff, I wouldn't do nothing.
I sucked at school, man.
Well, this
was terrible.
Who was I telling? I was telling somebody. I said I'm not gonna force college on my son, right, like that. If he wants to go to college, great. But I'm not gonna be like, you gotta go to college, or you're never gonna be anything in your life. Like, cause school is not for everybody,
man. And then, like my wife, she has her master's degree in, I don't know, Bachelor of Science or something. She's been a teacher for like over 7 years, and she's trying to look for something else to do, and it's like it's just amazing.
Well, do you have any degrees?
No,
I think my wife has a bachelor's, and it makes me feel like crap sometimes. I'm just like, dang, like you're younger than me, you have a bachelor's and stuff, and I'm just over here like, I paint.
What do they call it? A trade school, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I went to acting school, graduated there, but degree. I went to the police academy, got a certificate. Not doing that anymore.
I went to the police academy. They kicked me out.
Did they really?
I'll say that story for a minute.
Oh my god!
I've been through some stuff. I wanted to be a cop. I wanted to be a cop at one point, but Anyways, go on.
Then I went to Bible college, certificate there. But then I started doing YouTube and videography stuff, and now I'm working at the school doing videography stuff.
Well, it's crazy, like, because
now I'm launching a business. If you're getting married, hey, I'm the guy that. Oh, sorry, man. Hey, Candle could do it for shoes.
Here,
I just realized.
I was like.
If you want a real videographer,
go with him. If you need your shoes painted, come with me.
Yeah, shoes for him. But hey, I'm launching. I'm gonna edit the video this Friday.
Well, if you need help in your wedding,
yes, we're both gonna work as a team to give you the best wedding. But contact me for prices and gauge. Wow, that was terrible.
At prices, bro.
Man,
I suck at prices.
I'll talk to you off the record for that and that Facebook. You should join the Facebook group I'm in. Like means I gotta turn off the camera because the reason what I'm doing, this camera only records like 29 minutes and then it cuts off, so I have a timer. All right, it doesn't matter though. All right, we're back. That was a weird transfer, but anyways, let me start this timer again. What am I talking about?
You were talking about the Facebook group and
the Facebook group. Okay, all the banging you're hearing is there's a problem with the door. Someone is trying to fix it, so I'm sorry about the banging of the door. Facebook group, you need to join the Facebook group I'm in. This one chick, I just asked a question about pricing because everybody does prices different. If you're 8 hours, 2 videographers, 5 to 6 minutes is this price. And everybody has a different this price. So which price is my price? And then let's say that I have, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. I'll give you these 4 things for this price. And then they're like, well, I want this. So how do you charge that? So that's ridiculous.
They get complicated. You can't, I don't understand how people can have a package deal. People just, like, you go on their website, they have a package deal. You pay for it and you confirm and that's it. I've never had that come out so easily. Like, what if I don't want this? How much is that going to be? Well, it'll be this much. Okay, what if I don't want that, but I want this? It's like complicated orders all the time.
I haven't even got that far. Though I did the wedding for free.
Oh.
Because I've never done a wedding before. The only caveat was like, I'll do it for free, but I want to use this video to promote the business. Which is good. I'm no problem with it. But now I'm about to lock down. I don't even have a name. I think it's going to be Joshua Cassady Productions.
I used to... I would be so hard on myself to make names.
I've been for the last several months.
So I've called it productions or clips.
Media,
or
video.
Yeah, I went through so many, because I have a YouTube, but I don't ever do anything with it. But that channel went through so many name changes. It's so sad. I had so many, like, I wanted to make funny videos.
Yeah.
Because at that time, everybody was making them.
Yeah.
Like on Vine and all that stuff. And I did my own, and I was like, what should I call it? Like, I went through so many, and finally, it's just, I don't do nothing with it now. It's just, so when I did the art stuff, I was like, I don't know what to call it. Like, I was so hard on myself to name this thing. And I don't know. I guess I was like, well, I guess I could paint anything. I was like, just give me a brush and some paint. I could paint the wall if you want, or the street. So I was like, candle. My last name is Vela, which translates to candle. So Vela is candle in Spanish.
That's so. I would not compare that. Candle Vela.
Yeah, I mean it's 4 letters, and the other one's like what, 6.
I don't know. I can't.
I'm not
read.
sure. I can't count either. So that's why my Instagram is like Joseph Candle, because my name in English, Jose Vela, is Joseph Candle.
Yeah.
So I was like candle, and I was like, can do it. I guess because it had candle, C-A-N-D, can do it, C-A-N-D.
Yeah.
So I figured that kind of candle can do it. Like, it has a little rhythm to it. I don't know.
No, it's great. And I think it's just basically just pick anything and just stick with it.
Yeah, stick with it.
But
go
it just
along
has
with
to
it.
be good with you.
You gotta imprint it in people's heads. Like, candle can do it. That's that guy. Like, and then I don't know. Anyways, go on. You're telling me about your wedding thing. I'm sorry. I get sidetracked.
There's no, man. We're just rambling. It doesn't. This whole thing is rambling. I mean, people.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways.
Anyway, blah 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 blah.
Go on with your wedding thing. So what happened?
Well, no. When I first started the YouTube channel, at first for like a month, the channel was Vice to Valor. That's a long.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then I switched
like, what does that mean? What does it mean?
Vice to Valor. Okay, it started off with PlayStation 2 or whatever, or whenever you get. I think it was PlayStation 3 where you have a gamer tag, and it was Texas Vice.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked it because there's a band called Brand New. Do you know Brand New? They sing Quiet Things. Anyways, they had a CD that came out called Vices, and I think right before I was a cop, like Miami Vice, Texas Vice. So I kind of put those together, Texas Vice. So later, when I went to Bible college, it turned into, for me, like before you're saved, you have vices in your life. Then you become a Christian, and God makes you a man of valor. Vice to Valor.
Okay.
It's dope, huh?
Yeah.
So when I launched the YouTube channel, it was Vice to Valor. I think my Instagram or Twitter or one of them, I don't even know, is Vice to Valor. I think it's Instagram. But I was talking to different pastors at the time. Everybody uses their name. Joel Steen, T.D. Jakes, everybody. That's why I made it my name. So pretty much the Joshua Cassady Show. I was going to put it something different, like, I don't know what I was going to name it, but it's always just came back to my name. So now I'm about to launch the, videographer business, where I'm going to do, someone asked me about a quinceañera. I don't know. I hope you don't watch. I could do it, but I just never done it. But I could do it. You just film it, get audio. I mean, I've been. If you watch this, I could do it. Okay,
a quinceañera is not that hard.
I've been filming videos. If you're in particularly watching this video for some reason, and you're like, "Hey, that's me. I'm the lady." I've been filming videos for over 2.5 years, 3 years.
Someone inexperienced? No way.
So I could do it. My full-time job's a videographer, but I've just never done a quinceañera. I've never done a wedding, but I've been filming video for over 3 years now.
So what they do is just they eat, and then they present like gifts to her, which is like maybe like a necklace and a little bracelet.
Yeah, I just film it and make a video. I could do it.
And then after that, they just dance all night.
Yeah.
And you get tired because you're like, all right, it's the same people. Because
break it down. Give me the real behind the scenes quinceañera.
Look. The ones I've been to, it's like there's only certain ones that would dance. Everyone else would just sit there, no food, because they already finished eating at that point. They sit there and just watch you dance.
Oh God!
And these people, there's like maybe like 10 people out of like the 50 people are there that will dance. So and they're same ones, and they'll sit down, take a break, and they'll come back up and dance again, and take a break, and they'll dance again. And literally, what you're doing is you're sitting there just watching them. You're like, all right, what time should we leave?
Oh my gosh!
So when I was recording this 115 that I did, it was like I was recording the same people dancing. Like, how am I supposed to stretch this out? Because I told him, like, I'm gonna give you a certain amount. What was it like? It's a 30-minute video. All right. And so most of the quinceañera was like it's in 10 minutes. So I'm like, what am I freaking gonna do for 20 more minutes? Like, and I edited it and I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what to do for the remaining 20 minutes. So I was like, I'm just gonna record these people dance. Like, so that's what I did. I had different angles.
Here's Jim again.
Yeah, Jim again. I was there dancing with his girlfriend, and I was like, just come up. All right, good one. And then I come from the top, and then
It's
the same one, and it's just like you run out of things to record, and then maybe I got the DJ lights. I record the DJ lights for a little bit, and then record the DJ for a little bit. Maybe record the people who are sitting there just watching people, and you stick it together. And even then, I still didn't have enough, but I started throwing in random clips. I'm like, she won't know the difference. I just threw them in there and made 30 minutes. But the dancing part is boring if the same people just dance and dance and dance.
Well, doesn't it begin with like the presentation, or is the first part the gifts?
The first part's the eating.
Oh, the first part's the eating.
Yeah.
You film that?
Well, I didn't film the eating part. Ooh, what are you eating there? Yeah, eat it right. So it's like, I'll record. Okay, so what I've done in the past is like when people are serving the food, I'll record them, not their faces or anything, because you don't. Oh, you recorded me eating. I filled my plate up with, So I just record like their hands maybe down, and them serving the food, and maybe a different angle where they're getting the drinks, just to show that they ate. I guess just to get the point across that there was food there.
It's so fun to talk about filming B-roll.
Well, it's like when it's in the video, you don't think about it. Because I'm sure you watch so many videos where you show the food and you don't think about it. But when you're filming, you're just like, okay, well,
I got to get all this.
I have to like get this, maybe not get their face.
Picking the
Flipping
spoon
the tortilla or something. Yeah. And,
can you do that again, please?
I didn't like the way you flip that tortilla. Can you get it and flip it again? And it's... But yeah, it was not that much. And then I record the cake. Of course, you got to record the cake. And then you record and then I'm cutting the cake. And then just... Okay, so one thing I've always learned is that I used to be really big on GoPro videos.
Yeah.
And really GoPro is just clips.
Yeah.
So like, you get a bunch of these clips and you put them together and then you put a song in the background and there you go.
Yeah.
That's a GoPro video, mainly. Or you get a clip, slow motion, fast motion, different angle, drone footage, slow motion again, and then let's see. I'll listen to all these songs. I'm like, all right, this one kind of fits this video.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I usually make the video based off the song, because there's a bunch of these YouTube channels that just have songs and you could just take the songs off of there.
Yeah, royalty free.
Yeah. So there's some. I'm really big into lo-fi songs.
You never heard lo-fi? I don't know. What is that?
Literally, it's just music. There's like rarely any words in the song, but they're just really cool beats. But
oh man, I have a subscription to Music Bed that I also pay $10 a month.
If you want to help me with that. No, it's like
$25.
Look up lo-fi. And sometimes when I'm painting, I go on YouTube, look up lo-fi, and there's these people like live streaming just music.
Really?
And it's just music. Literally, it's just certain beats. I don't know how to explain lo-fi. You just gotta listen to them. It's just real chill beats. Most of the time, they're really relaxed and chill beats. I don't know. They're just cool. And so I'll listen to all these channels that have those kind of songs, and I'll listen to them. And sometimes off a song, I could picture something. And then so there's been times where I listen to the song. I'm like, man, I want to make a video for this song. I don't have nothing to record. I don't have like Quinceañera or a wedding. I feel like this would be cool with this song.
Yeah.
And like one time there was this one song that sounded, I don't know how to explain, like there was piano. It sounded like old timey, not old time, but like old jazz style.
Yeah.
And then it went to like a beat. I don't know what it was. I don't know how to explain it like in words. And I was like, so we're going on vacation that weekend with my family, me and my wife. And I was like, all right, I need to film this, but I need you. Like, I need a model. And I was like, of course, you're my lifelong model. So I need you. And sometimes she'll cooperate. Sometimes she's a little iffy about it. But I was like...
Cooperate.
I was like, unless you want me to hire a model, and then she'll be like, all right, I'm down. So it was like, all right, so what I did, we were in the Riverwalk. I recorded a bunch of footage on the Riverwalk. And I don't know, you probably have to watch this video, but in the beginning it's like piano. So I had the Riverwalk all in black and white. and then you could see the state capitol. I don't know what you call it, right? The state capitol, right?
Sure, I don't know.
Sure. And it has a big old Texas flag on top, and then you can see that in slow motion, the flag like waving, and then all of a sudden it like switches, and the music switches, and then it's in color, and we're like in a park, and I just started just be casual, just walk around this park. We're in Bernie, Texas, and she's walking around this park. I record different angles, and I'm like, all right, now laugh. I guess like I said a funny joke, ha 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 ha, you know. So I recorded that. And then I put it together, and I was like, oh my gosh, this video is so freaking cool. Oh, I think I got some footage inside of a Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
That restaurant.
Yeah.
Where we're waiting in line. And so, like, maybe, like, I guess the lights and the people and the food, you know, I guess the atmosphere that was in there kind of went in with the first part. So the video was like a minute long. But just because I heard the music, I was able to make a video off of that. So that's how I do my quinceañeras. Like, I'm like, all right, I get the footage, and sometimes I'm like, all right, the song has a lot to do. The background music has a lot to do.
90%.
Yeah,
it's
with
super
the video.
important.
So I do it with like maybe if a beat hits at a certain time, I'll get the footage to shake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. So it's like that's how I always done it. Clips. Like I got to get clips and clips and clips. So the GoPro thing really helped me with the whole wedding and quinceañera stuff.
Man, I remember like this, what I'm doing now, editing, and it's like a passion that I never knew that I even thought that I would love. Mm-hmm. But this moment when I was like probably, I don't remember how old I was. I was probably in 5th grade. I was in elementary. And I remember watching, did you ever watch like a wrestling fan, right?
Yeah, from back in the day, the
like
Attitude Era.
Yeah, that era. But I don't know if it was like, you know, like it had like the free paper or the free, you go to the channel and like the pay-per-view's at 7, but it would have like the highlights playing. But at 7 o'clock, the pay-per-view would come on, and then the channel would either go black, or if you bought it, then it would go into the pay-per-view.
Right.
Well, they were showing like this, like the best of WrestleMania or something, where Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin were fighting. It was when Stone Cold won his first WWF at the time championship. And I remember watching this video, this highlight reel, and they were playing this song by The Verb, Bittersweet Sympathy. It's a bittersweet symphony. You know, have you heard that song?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Did I do it right?
You painted it perfectly.
And I remember watching this highlight, and once the drop of the song hit, like the big bam, that's when Stone Cold Steve Austin hit the stunner on Shawn Michaels.
That sounds pretty cool.
It was like the music and the Stone Cold stunner hit
perfect
exactly
to that part.
And I watched that clip over and over and over and over again because it was just so cool.
It hyped you up every time you saw him.
And it's so weird I'm telling the story, but it was like that moment was like time capsuled and tucked away in me. And like years later, when I first started editing again, that moment released in me again, and I just relived it again. I'm like, how come I just didn't go to college for editing? Why did I go to all these sections of my police officer and acting, and now I'm doing this passion that. And I remember there was a time where I think I was a senior in high school where I took photos and video for just maybe a month. But in that month, I loved it. But it just went away. It's just so weird how I didn't like... All I could think about, I'm going to be a cop. And then something happened and I wanted to be an actor. And it was just... It's weird how
I wanted to be an actor at one point too. Like... I don't know. I mean, I went through the same thing because, like I said, I started painting shoes and then I stopped for like a good while.
What's up with the police academy? Is this going to the police academy?
Well, the police academy was in that gap right there.
In the gap, okay.
Yeah. So at that time, I had an Instagram too. When I first started, I'll get to the police academy here in a second. When I first started the shoes, I had Instagram, and then there's a big gap. And then when I started the painting again, I started thinking like, man, like if I would have kept going. Like, if I would have never took that maybe 3 or 4 year break.
Yeah, man.
If I would have kept doing shoes, who knows? I would be, like, way up there right now.
Yeah.
Because I follow a lot of shoe artists that are, like, they do shoes every game for certain football players. Or every game. Like, every game they have a different custom pair of cleats.
Yeah.
And this guy does them for him. And who knows how much he charges. I'm sure he charges a good penny. A pretty penny.
I can't imagine.
So I'm just like, who knows if I would have just kept going instead of just quitting, just be like, I'm done with this. Because sometimes you do feel like overwhelmed, I guess. Like, you can have a really strong passion for something, but once you stop, like, there's certain days that just like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this.
Yeah.
You literally got to push yourself through it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to. Because if you just, like, stop, you'll end up stopping.
Man, yes.
There's been times where I'll have, like, 3 pairs of shoes, and I'm just like, double Chico shoes again. Like, I'm tired of painting these shoes.
Man, I just came out of that. Like, man, I don't want to edit. I don't want to film. I don't want to... And there's this guy that I watch, Casey Neistat. In the vlog world, he's like the godfather father of vlogs. Well, he doesn't post anything anymore. He posts like 1 video every month. And so I'm trying to like find, like, I'm saying this story, like, I just came out of the drought. A couple days ago, I just filmed my first wedding, and it's like I tapped into this another creative realm of of just creativity. Where I'm like, yeah, I love it. I'm so like digging it. It's just like there's just so many different forms of art within your art that you go to, and like you really master one, and you try to find another thing to master. Like I always say that, man, I'm like the real Forrest Gump. I feel like Forrest Gump sometimes. They're like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? So
many stuff. Yeah, and you literally can't stop. Like, you got to force yourself to do it. If you feel like not doing it, do it. That's basically, and like I said, I'm like, more of these same shoes I got paint. And I look back, I'm like, well, I did ask God for this. I did say, God, can I get some more shoes?
Thanks a lot, God. I wasn't really...
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so I pray, like, God, I don't care what kind of shoes I get, just bless me with some more orders. And then he'll be like, here you go. I was like, more Topo Chicos? I don't want those. I want some different ones. And it's like, then you start feeling I'm so ungrateful. But it's just like, you just gotta like, all right, push. Because there's been times where I don't want to do a custom.
Real quick, when I got my Topo Chico shoes from you, I didn't get no letter from you, man. No Jesus loves you.
I hadn't got to that point yet.
Oh, okay, all right. I wanted to say that. I wanted to ask you.
It was the pre. I was like, here you go, Travis, take it to your brother.
I was thinking, I didn't get no Jesus letter.
Yeah, I didn't get no Jesus. You know what? I'll print one out specifically for you. Yeah, so I was like, what am I talking about? Shoot, I hate when I do that.
Shoes, ungrateful, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, so I was like, I prayed for this, so I have to paint these shoes. And there's been times where I don't want to do it, and then I do it, and then while I'm doing it, all these different ideas come to me. And then I'm back in it again. So it's like, you just literally got to just force yourself to do it, whether you want to or not, because if you feel like that's your calling, or you feel like that's a godsend that you're doing that, I mean, there's a reason why you're there.
Oh, man, that's good.
But Police Academy. So I had always wanted to be a cop. Because one thing, my dad hates cops.
Oof.
He hates cops. He sees them and he's just like he sees red every time he sees a cop.
Oh, my gosh.
He's crazy.
I'm sure he has some stories, though, of why he...
Well, I have a couple. And so I was like, I want to prove to him that not all cops are bad. So I was like, I'm going to Police Academy. And he almost...
Unfriended you.
Oh, he unfriended me.
What was you about to say?
He almost he unclaimed me as a son or something. He was so mad, but he still helped me pay for the Police Academy. It was in Navarro, and they were like, yeah, just come. No one. Everyone passes the final test.
Yeah.
But what they don't tell you that not everybody gets to the final test, right? So they're like, we have 100. 100 out of 100%. That people, if you come in here, you're gonna graduate. And I said, oh, that's easy enough. Okay, so I'll do this. I want to prove that not all cops are bad.
Yeah.
So I did it halfway through. They're just like, you gotta go, buddy. And I was like, what? And they're just like, yeah, you've been keeping like barely 70, and we need more than that.
Oh, you're.
So you gotta hit a certain so the people who make it to the end.
But you was in the police academy.
I was in the police academy.
You were just flunking on the test, or like the little test you get through the.
Like before I went to police academy, I said, all right, like I'm older now. I feel like I can see more clearly because high school was like a blur to me for some reason.
Dude, I sucked in high school.
And I was like, I feel like I don't know. I was like, now I feel like I'm older. a little more wiser, and I feel like I could actually focus now. Went back at it again. I was like, I don't understand nothing. Like I was trying to learn all the amendments,
code and all that.
Yeah, and I could not do it. I would be studying, and then when the test came, I was like, there's hieroglyphics to me. Like I don't know.
It's definitely crazy.
So I could not pass it. So I ended up right before they were doing the taser and the that's not the taser. That's the
taser and the OC spray. Yeah.
And so they kicked me out the week before they started that part. So it was like the halfway portion.
What year did you go?
Man, it was like 2013, 14.
Golly, how did they just like they said
they just come into the office and they're just like, hey, I know you want to be a cop and you'll be a great cop, but you're gonna have to come back and try over again. Well, the thing is, they have two. They have two where you do how do I say it? Like, there's one version where they do it really fast, and there's one version where you take your time.
Yeah, like the one is like Monday through Friday, 4 months, and then the other one's like Monday, Tuesday, Friday, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, which one did you do?
I did the fast one, thinking I could do it.
Oh yeah.
And so it was too fast for me. And so I got kicked out, and I was like, well, maybe there's you
didn't want to go back? Like, okay, I'm going to try.
I didn't have the money to go back.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, my parents not going to help me pay another $2,000 to get back in there again. And
something I did not know, when you could just apply, like Waxahachie Police Department. You go up there, hey, I want to be a cop. You take their little test, you do their little physical, and then they pay for you to go to the academy. Mm-hmm. I did not know that.
I heard about that like afterwards.
That's so stupid.
But at that time, I was like, and you know what? As soon as I got kicked out, no lie, maybe a couple weeks after, it started where they were shooting all these cops up. Like when everyone started like shooting.
Yeah,
cops.
That's when
it became like a phase. Like everyone just wanted to shoot a cop or something.
Yeah, that's when yeah.
And so I was all like, well,
that's the year like all like Trayvon Martin, Black Lives Matter, all that stuff. That was the.
So I was the
timeline.
Maybe it's not the best idea for me to get back in there. I'm like, if I should be a cop, then God will open the path for me to become a cop. And no, I didn't. I ended up meeting my wife, and and then I started having I don't know. I feel like I couldn't be a cop mentally. Like I don't think I have it in me no more. And I don't know, why'd you stop being a cop though?
So this is the end of hour number 1. I feel like I got to say this right now. See you next week or on YouTube. I'm going to press stop, and that's hour number 1. And come back. All right, I don't even know how to end it, but okay. Welcome back for hour number 2. If you're on YouTube, then you never left. Okay. That was so janky, that transition. But man, when 2010 I became a cop. 2009 I went to the police academy. All I wanted to be was a detective. I wanted to be a homicide detective.
Did your dad have a lot to do with it?
Yeah, he was the main reason I wanted to be a cop. Okay. Even before I went to acting school, I wanted to be a cop.
You actually went to acting school? Where at?
New York. Hey, in high school, I look back in my okay, we went to the same high school, Frost High School.
But you were like maybe a year or so ahead of me?
I was ahead of you 1 year.
It was 1 year?
Yeah. You were with Brad, right?
Uh-huh. I graduated in 06.
Yeah, you graduated with Brad.
Uh-huh.
I graduated 05.
Oh, okay. So right.
I look back on what I must have looked like in high school. I just feel like I was the biggest jerk ever.
No lie, no, like we're all friends here. We're all friends here.
Like we didn't really talk. It was kind of like hello.
Yeah, it was like you were Travis's older brother, and you and Travis, you and Brad played a lot of tennis, and I couldn't stand y'all because y'all were better than us. Better than me and Roel. And,
AOL. I used to call him AOL.
Yeah. And I was like, man, I can't stand those dudes. Like, man. But anyways, I was telling my brother not too long ago. I was like, you know what? Josh has really like calmed down since high school. Like, because from what I remember, like the picture I have from you in high school, you were crazy. Like, I feel like, because I'm real chill. Like, I'm too relaxed. And I think high school Josh Cassady I would not be hanging out with you.
Dude.
Like I'd be like, I can't do it with that guy. That guy's everywhere. He like bounces off the walls. I like to just sit down and just chill. This guy wants to be walking on the ceiling. I can't do that. And Josh was like, yeah, he has calmed down. My brother Joshua. And he has calmed down a lot. I was like, yeah. He's like, it's Jesus. Jesus calmed him down. I'm like, well, that's good.
Dude, I have so many memories of just me like, just terrible. I was just I wanted attention. I wanted to make everybody laugh. It was just insane. But it all started like 8th grade. I was in one act play, and that started the acting vein of doing acting. I think my first year I won Best Actor. I didn't even know there was an award. I just did the play, and I was sitting in the thing. The guy got on the stage like, Best Actor, Joshua Cassady. And I'm like, what the heck was happening? Like, go up there. I'm like, go where? Go up there. And they gave me a medal or something. I'm like, I didn't even know that was
a thing.
Yeah, I just did the play. And then all of a sudden I got this award. So every year I was in one act play. But the whole time I was like, I want to go to college. I want to be in the FBI, CIA. And I think it was my senior year. My mom heard a thing on the radio called like Ain't It Good Productions. It was one of those, I don't want to say it was a scam because it wasn't. But you sign up, you go and you audition, and if they say yes or whatever, which they will, then you pay like this amount of money to go to this school.
They will because they want your money.
Yeah. So I went, I auditioned, whatever, and then I ended up paying, I don't know how much, but it was like a little mini school, but it wasn't even a school. The end game was I go to LA to compete in the Olympics of acting. God, I want to punch myself. So, why are you laughing?
Because I want to be part of the Olympics of acting at one point in my life. I'm jealous you did it.
So I went to this, man, it was so janky. So every like Friday or Saturday, I would drive to Dallas to this little building with these other sad saps. And there was like, they taught us how to walk like a model and do these monologues, and someone would sing or dance. But I was going just for acting. It was just such a blur. Anyway, so I finally, by this time I graduated, and instead of going to college, I think I did 1 or 2 months of college. I went to the end of the call. Oh, man, my brain is, I'm trying to remember this. I haven't told this story ever.
I have the worst memory too. I don't know what it is.
I graduated and I signed up to this thing. And then after I signed up to the thing, it was like a 9-month period where I would not go to college. I was working at Papa John's and HEB to pay for this thing to go to LA. And by the time at the end of like 2006 or something, now I'm in LA. And
you actually went to LA?
I went to LA to this Olympic of acting or whatever it was, and I competed for all these people.
Did you compete against people who are actually actors nowadays?
Yeah, like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember anybody that went. But I went to this thing and I read my little monologue and I didn't win. You know, there's like a bracket that you're supposed to.
I lost against Chris Pratt.
I don't know anybody. But after you go to the chart and you see if you advance, and I did not. But then some lady that was a part of the school wanted to see me to try out for their school. You know, and they paint this prestigious picture of, man, this is this school where you could go. And Matthew Fox went to the school that I went to. Okay. He's the guy from Lost. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen Lost, but he's like the main character?
Yeah, the main dude.
Oh, okay. I didn't know his name.
Did you see the Speed Racer movie? No. The bad Speed Racer movie?
Yeah, but it was so bad. I don't remember it. I think I've seen like half of it.
What else was he in? Anyways, so I went and I did my little monologue. Do you want to know what my monologue was? What? Holy crap, man. Okay, did you ever listen to the band Taking Back Sunday?
I've heard of them. Never.
Come on, man. You're my age. What'd you listen to? Country?
No, I hated country at that time.
What did you listen to back in the day?
It was rap. I listened to Nelly and Lil Wayne and
Nelly, dude.
That's when I listen to 979 The Beat.
Okay, so my monologue, for you guys that don't know, or hopefully you do know who Taking Back Sunday is, they had this song. Taking Back Sunday is...
Well, how does the song go? Maybe if it's mainstream,
I'm about to... I took a chunk of this song and made it a monologue, and it's so emo. It bleeds emo. I'm getting ahead of myself.
I wanted to get into the emo thing way too late.
I was so...
I was like...
like 27.
No, literally, I was like, 23, 24. I started wearing skinny jeans and stuff, and studded belts and Vans, and I look back, I was like, what the heck? That was not even the fad anymore.
Dude, I was wearing... okay.
Anyways,
I'm getting sidetracked. Well, the song goes, if you could... It's a guy to a girl. If you could slit my throat with my one last gasping breath, I would apologize for bleeding on your shirt.
But how's the song go?
That's the song.
No, but in the tone.
If you could slit my throat with my one last gasping breath, I apologize for bleeding on your shirt. Boo, boo.
I think I heard
it's so emo, man. And I'm doing this monologue for this lady, and she's like, that's it. That's it.
This guy's gonna go places.
That's so terrible.
This one knocked on the door. You were saying the song was really emo. Oh, and the lady's like, this is it. This guy's winning an Oscar one day. I know it.
So I did the monologue. I left the room, and then I had to go. Why am I feel like I'm rushing. Not Russian, but rushing.
Not Russian.
The lady told me to come back to the room, and she's like, what did she say? I would be honored if you came to my school in New York. And at this point, stupid.
That's it. I'm
19. I'm in it. I'm thinking I'm the cream of the crop. Like I just blew this lady's socks off. But the thing is, if you have a hint of talent, of course they just want everybody to come to school, because I'm still paying on this stupid school to this day. To this day, I got maybe 10,000 left. So,
how much did you pay?
Dude, $1 billion or something. $1 million.
Yeah, you're not even an actor.
Oh God! Well, thanks a lot. No, just say it.
I didn't say you weren't a good actor.
Gosh, I hate. So I went to this. My mom and dad were like, "You're not gonna go," and I'm like, "I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go." So that's what it was. I went to the LA, and then for that year, I don't even remember. Everything's blurring of the time frame. I want to be so meticulous.
Well, how long were you in New York, though?
So I got to New York summer of 2006. So from one graduation of 2005.
So all this happened right out of high school.
Right after high school.
Right after high school.
So from high school to that Ain't It Good Productions, acting and saving up, and then bam, I'm in LA. I think I just got to LA May 2006, and then come to the school, and then I had a month. Finally, my parents were like, well, crap, we're not gonna stop them. So within that month, I was able to get into school, but I was so late in getting to this school in New York that they put me in Harlem, 125 East Side. All of the people that applied for the school and got in, they got to be in Brooklyn, super nice. Mm. So now I'm in this acting school. I mean, it's a school that teaches you how to do it. It's a legit baller school. I mean, this one guy, I just became his friend on Facebook. He's in this movie with, I don't know. I can't even think of, what's the guy? I can't think of any movie this guy. If I told you his name, oh yeah, him. But anyways.
What was his name? You don't remember his name either?
Well, the guy that I went to school with, his name is Aaron Scotty. But
But he has an actor name now?
The people that are staying with the acting gig and they're just trying to get work are finding work. but you just got to be persistent and bust yourself to do it.
You ever seen La La Land?
No, I haven't. I don't believe in that movie.
What do you mean you don't?
I'm just kidding. I'm just talking crap. I don't know. I got to find this guy's name. I don't have a guy that I could point to and he could look it up for me. He's coming out. He's in this movie called The Peanut Butter Falcon. Why is the internet not working? Oh, what's this guy's name?
Peanut Butter Falcon.
It's coming out. It's like, I think in the film festival or something.
You know what? I think I've heard the title before.
One of the guys that I went to school with, his name is David Del Rio. In 2000, I think 10, he was on the show on Nickelodeon called The Troop.
No.
Anyways, it was like a super popular show for one season, but something happened, which I don't want to say, but you can look it up, and it got canceled. But I'm just naming these two guys to say that this school is legit. So anyways, I went to the school for 2 years, and then I fell out of the building and shattered my pelvic bone.
You fell out of a building where you're a stunt double now? Or?
I feel like
You're trying to do your own stunts? No.
I just graduated. Anyway, so I would hang out on the fire escape of our 3-story apartment. Mm-hmm. And I would hang out there and I would just get hammered. And I would come back inside and pass out. On this particular night, I wasn't even drunk when I fell off of this sucker. I just started drinking. But I just got this new Samsung phone. They called it the iPhone killer. I can't even recall the name. It was a terrible phone. It was awful.
Was it like the Note or something?
No, it wasn't the Note. It was like, this is 2008.
Every Samsung they throw out there is an iPhone killer nowadays.
Well, the Note now is baller.
Oh,
but, hey man, I got an iPhone. But this phone was terrible. Anyways, I was on the fire escape. I dropped my phone off of the fire escape. So I started climbing down the steps to get to the part where you have to now pull down the ladder to get to the bottom. So I'm pulling down the ladder. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I think I'm like maybe 4 beers in. The top of the ladder is now down, and it won't move anymore. So I thought it's completely down, but it wasn't. It was probably maybe 6 inches from touching the ground. So when I started getting on the ladder to start climbing down, the ladder gave way, and then I lost my grip and I fell from 27 to 35 feet. In between there, I landed on my hip and it hit my head, and I shattered my pelvic bone into 3 chunks.
Anything happen to your head?
No. My head swelled up to the size of a watermelon, but I don't have any pictures or anything. But I have no brain damage. I have no not that I know of.
You tell me. I don't know.
But I've told this before, but I'll tell you. This is a true story. Once I hit, the first thing I did was grab my hat and I put it on my head. And the first 3 things that came to my head was, because I couldn't move my legs.
That you're paralyzed.
I couldn't move my legs at all. I thought I was paralyzed. But the first 3 sentences that came to my head was, Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. Lieutenant Dan, you got magic legs. But Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs. And I grabbed my legs and I'm like, oh my God, I'm Lieutenant Dan. I'm Lieutenant Dan. I swear.
Oh my goodness.
I swear. Those are the first 3 things. Lieutenant Dan. I'm Lieutenant Dan. And I pulled myself to the people that I were living with. They heard me hit the ground. So they came. Well, one of them came down and helped prop me up against the fence because I had no ability in my legs. And my God, I wish that they were, I never broken anything in my life. Mm-hmm. So I just thought, how you fall, you just kind of get back up. Mm-hmm. And I just was like, all right, I'll just get back up. I'll go upstairs.
I'm good. I'll
take some Advil. So then my other roommate came home and they went, I don't know if I made them or if they did. But anyways, they got me crutches because right next door was like this store. So they bought me crutches. So this whole ordeal was like an hour. But they helped me climb back up these 3 flights of stairs. Pretty much I crawled up the first 2 flights, and then the 3rd flight of stairs, I got on my roommate's back and...
Wait, so instead of calling 911...
Yeah. I told him not to. I said, don't, because I had no money. I didn't want to tell my parents that I just freaking fell out of a building.
So it happened. Fell out of a building, Dad. What?
So over, I don't know, an hour of coming up these 3 flights of stairs, and then I laid on the couch, and the roommates finally were like, okay, you need to call 911.
After all that hard work, they could have saved them the trouble.
I know, I don't,
We're not gonna touch you. You're
just young and dumb and not really thinking and just.
But I'm supposed to be in Hollywood.
So I'm like, oh yeah, call them. So I call my parents and I told them, and they were like, I don't remember if it was my parents or anyway. So I called my parents and they're like, you need to call 911 or something like that. So finally, I called them, and man, I'll never forget. These stinking ambulance people came up to my paramedics or whatever, came up to my apartment. These like straight up Jersey Shore accent, you know.
Vinny and Polly came out.
Those guys like, and they were making fun of me. Hey, this guy loved his phone so much he jumped out of a window to get it. And I'm like lying on the couch, like these guys are making fun of me. I'm like, I should have died. And I'll never forget, I had a Guns N' Roses t-shirt on. Like when you think of Guns N' Roses, yeah, that shirt. With
exactly, like, yeah.
The gold ring with the guns, the roses. Mm. And they cut my shirt off my body. And I'm like, I could have just took it. That's like one of my favorite shirts. I still won't buy another one, though, because, you know, the last time I wore one.
It happened again. I'll fall out of the building.
So they put me on this gurney or whatever, and then it was another journey to get me back down these stupid steps. These 3 flights of stairs, like bumping me.
Yeah.
And I'm in the ambulance. I was living with these 2 girls at the time. Oh. They were my roommates.
You were a big player back then, huh?
No, I was not. But anyways, I'm in the ambulance, and the guys are talking, be like, "Hey, man, look, what do you think? You're living with these 2 hot chicks." Uh-huh. And I'm like, they're dating each other. Like, oh, wow, kid, this guy right here. Hey. I'm like, guys, can you give me something? I'm worrying about dying, you know. I just fell out of a building, and these guys are talking about my roommates, and I'm like, they're kind of jacking with me. And then one of them is like, okay, this is kind of graphic, but one of them's like, hey, kid, I'm gonna tell you, I'm doing a really awful accent, I know, but I don't care. Like, when you get to the hospital, they're gonna put the finger in you. I'm like, what? Yeah, they got to check for internal bleeding. They're going to put a finger in you. And I'm like, shut up. Like, we swear, we're not lying. So I get to the hospital. It's like, you know, my pelvic bone is in 3 chunks. Right. Later, I found out. But at the time, I had no idea what was going on.
You thought you were going to be paralyzed. Well, at that time, I guess you were moving your legs kind of.
Yeah, I didn't think that. At this point, it's so weird. I had this thought of Lieutenant Dan. But then my plan was to lay on the couch and take some Advil and freaking sleep it off.
Like bones were just intact again by tomorrow morning. I'm good. I'll just walk it off.
So I'm in the freaking ER or whatever, the room, and the nurses and doctors or whoever is like poking me, prodding me. But one of the nurses, I swear, they're like, okay, now it's time for the finger. And they like, I hear them laugh. And in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I'm not a freaking medical doctor, but this is the most unprofessional thing I've ever been a part of.
Well, I guess, you know, that area, they're just really like, they don't care.
So that happens. The finger goes up real quick. It's out. But I hear this laughing. I'm like, who's freaking laughing? So now they're wheeling me out of the room, and it's those freaking ambulance guys. They're at the door watching me.
Polly are taking it back out.
And I remember kind of looking up, and they're like trying to hide their face laughing. I'll never You guys ever freaking watch this? You guys need Jesus, man. That was the most terrible. The New Jersey I'm gonna like the New Jersey University Hospital or something in Newark or whatever, New Jersey. That place, saved my life. Apparently,
I hate those guys, but thank you.
Like the doctor that ended up working on me, I remember someone saying that it was like the third best doctor in the world or the United States or something.
So they're probably expensive.
So that's my big, long death story. So then I came back to Texas. I rehabilitated. And what am I going to do now?
Never look back.
Let me be a cop. So then I became a cop.
Interesting. No, well, I don't have no life-threatening stories like that. But like you mentioned a minute ago, I did crash my drone at a wedding. So jerk,
dude. So you just right now, if you're listening to this or watching this, and it's like these weird cuts that you're seeing. I think I say this every other episode, but I'm recording on this Canon T7i. It records at 29 minutes, so I tried to time it to like if he says, and then I died. And then I'm like, hold on, and then I'll stop it.
And then I died.
And then I'm like, hey, tell me about when you died.
But that's good. You leave cliffhangers, so they're like, what happens? How is he still here?
So in the middle of this somewhere, if you're listening to it or watching to it, it's weird. Never in 3 years, I forgot to format my card, so my card was full, so I had to run just now. I called my pastor to get the password for the computer and download my footage on the SD card and okay, I don't even know if I even had to say that.
No, and then I'm like, nah, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. Nah, it's so embarrassing. I'm like, nah, you're right. He's like, yeah, you're right. At least I didn't crash a drone. Leads me to my next point.
Before you tell your point, I'm over there. I'm glad I did tell that story, right? Because I'm over there. I'm getting my SD card on the external, and I'm looking, and I'm like, someone's following me. I'm like, you haven't been following me this whole time. Candlecandoit is now following you. I'm like, wait, now you're following me.
Wait, no.
Wow, buddy.
I think I follow you personally.
Okay.
My personal account, I follow you. I think. Because I've seen you on there. And then I said, when I tagged you, you popped up and I clicked it. And I was like, I haven't seen any of these posts. And then I went, I follow him, right? And I went up there and says, follow back. And I was like, well, might as well do it now. I mean,
well, my first year of Instagram, I only followed I followed no one.
Yeah, well, I don't follow my Candlecandoit page. I don't follow anyone unless they do shoes.
Yeah, I just now started following people, but the only first two people I followed at first was my church and then this bait company, local bait company.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Legends. What is their? Please forgive me, Ryan, if you're listening to this. Making Legends. ML Custom Baits. Thank you. Hashtag them for worms if you want to. Really doing a bad job at talking right now. Anyway, so the whole point of that was I follow my church and I follow ML Custom Baits. Jesus and fishing, fisher of men. Okay, that's really terrible.
Yeah, no, if I don't follow you back and you bought shoes from me, it's nothing personal. I just follow pages that have shoes and I can get ideas and see what people are doing nowadays. So I don't follow anyone like my brother or no one on there. But now that we're working together, I'm just like, well, I'll follow him back. But
you just started your videography business, right? And then
kind of.
The worst possible thing can happen to you.
Well, okay, so I was like, all right. So I watched all these videos and they're like, always make sure you have an extra battery, make sure you have an extra SD card, make sure you have an extra this, all this stuff. So I'm like, all right, I gotta have all this. So the day comes. Well, the thing is, it's your my first wedding.
This is your first wedding
I've ever done.
Oh,
and it's like you're like, well, okay, everything has to be perfect because that's their day. They want the perfect video. You don't want any blurry images because
you're peeing in the bathroom with the first kiss.
Yeah, I do. What? You don't want to hear none of that. So it's like I got a buddy of mine to help me with it, and I'm glad I did because I said, all right, dude, you're gonna be in the front where they're gonna say the vows. I'll be in the back. That way I can get the back footage. We'll be good. All right. So I go in there. I don't remember how my SD card got full, but I remember I pushed record, and then the same little thing pops up, SD card full. I was like, no, and they're walking in. I was like, oh my goodness. So I literally there's like 5 doors I gotta go out of this church at. So I'm like, and I'm like, oh, okay. So anyway, I get to the parking lot. I run out to the parking lot. I get the SD card. Come back. Play. They're already up there saying stuff.
Oh my god!
But I was like, and I even thought, I was like, maybe I don't need another guy. But I was like, I'm so glad I did, because or else I would have not got anything.
So he got all the stuff that you missed.
He got them pretty much coming in, which is the main part. Like you want. You know, all the
first look, the bride.
Yeah, the guy cried. Well, he didn't cry, but like, you know, they usually cry when they walk in and stuff like that. And I'm like, he got all that. And if it would have just been me, like
nothing,
that would have been. I would have been like, you know what? Whatever I do have, I can have it free. I can't charge out for this.
Jeez.
So then I had this thing in my head. I was like, all right, because once you have a drone, you're like, all right. So now I can add all this extra footage that no one. A person that don't have a drone, you know, not gonna have. So I was like, all right, well, I want y'all to do is when y'all coming out, I'm gonna have the drone ready right there hovering. Y'all gonna walk out, you're gonna maybe give a kiss, and then I'm gonna fly it out, and then you're gonna see the church and everything. I'm like, it's gonna be perfect. It's
like you're holding it, but oh no, it's a drone.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna get so many jobs off of this. So I had already been filming. I got like a 360 of the church. And I had already done some footage on it. And then, sure enough, I was like, all right, y'all walk out. And then the drone starts going. I was like, all right.
Started going back and forth.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, my drone is like, you could just keep it in one place. And it's because like it's GPS. So it's like, as long as the GPS is good, has a good signal, it'll just hover in one spot. But if it doesn't, it goes into manual mode where you have to literally control it. Like, you got to actually hold it in that spot. Or else it's just going to be going all over the place.
Jeez.
And it made it so easy for me that I don't know how to manually control that thing. Like, if I have to do it, I'm going to crash somewhere. Like, literally, if it's GPS, it'll just stand there and you go front and it goes front. You go back and you go back. If it's manual, you got to, like, keep it steady.
Yeah.
So it goes into manual mode. And I was like, no. And it starts, shh. And I'm like, oh. And they're like, is everything okay? I was like, yeah.
So they're waiting. They're standing there.
Yeah. They're waiting. And buddy of mine's like, he's recording on his regular camera.
Oh my!
And I was like, oh no! And then this gust of wind just, he goes. I just remember hearing it like a little be like, and I put them like the opposite way to like try to
overcorrect it.
Yeah, and it was just too strong. And all I see is hit a stop sign. I see things fly everywhere, and I'm just like my heart just dropped. Like that's the worst. God. Like that's a videographer's worst nightmare. Like for that to happen. And I was like, and then I remember they're like. Is your drone okay? I mean, you just saw pieces fly everywhere. I'm sure it's not okay, but I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
One.
I do it all the time. That's how I landed. You know, and so I go over there. I pick up all the pieces in the street, and I was like, oh my goodness. And my buddy's like, hey, do you need me to take my drone out? Because he has what's it called? It came to me, and then finally it left.
DJI Maverick.
No, it's not a Maverick. It's a Phantom. It's a Phantom. He's like, you want me to take mine out? Because we had it for backup. And I was like, nah. He's like, no, I'll take it out. All right, fine. I'm like, but you'll control it. I don't want. That's your drone. If you crash it, you crash it. I don't want. He picks up maybe like 2 feet off the ground. And I was going, and he's like, no, I'm landing it. So he lands it. I was like, nah, don't worry about it. And they're just like, oh, we're so sorry. I was like, it's not your fault. I mean, and I never got that footage that I really wanted. And it was so embarrassing. Like, I've yet to get fixed. My grandpa calls me every day. Have you got the drone fixed? Because he wants me to record his ranch or something.
Yeah.
He's like, have you got your drone fixed? No, grandpa. You want me to buy you one? I was like, no, it's fine. Anybody else would have been like, yeah, buy one. But he's like, you want me to buy you one? There's one here for like $400. It's like the Spark, which I actually want a Spark. It's like this small.
Yeah.
It's a DJI?
Yeah.
A DJI.
DJI.
It's hard to say that for some reason. DJI.
Dude, that's terrible. I remember I just got hired at CFNI. And right off the bat, the first person they want me to like record and make a promo is the president of the school.
So the pressure's there.
Way beyond. And I've never used this equipment, like this super expensive camera, this light that I've never used.
I don't know how to use lights, man.
Dude.
It's so hard for me.
And I'm like YouTubing like never before, speeding and I'm, oh, it's terrible. And I'm calling people. I'm like, oh, dude, I've never used this before. And anyways, a day of just trying to cram it in. So like 3-point lighting, you know, right here, the behind, fill light, all this. So I'm loading up the car. I go and I'm setting up all this camera equipment and this light. The president sits down and I'm sweating like I just and I start filming him and the light is literally like it's like a dome light. I can't think of the name right now. It's terrible.
He's like too bright.
It's like right on him. He's washed out. Yeah, the light's right in his eye. I'm recording him.
You're doing great. He's like, okay.
He's talking. And man, I know God only does good, but he had to have been behind this. All of a sudden, this band is behind the door, starts playing. There's like a stage behind him. Boom, boom, like just start. Like, they're not playing the immigration song. They just start playing out there, and I'm like, "Thank you, Jesus." He's like, do we still need to record? I'm like, no, we're going to have to pick it up. I'm sorry. I can't, you know. So we'll come back at 2 or whatever and record. So I take the footage and I go back to the office and I plug it in and it is terrible. Anyways, I had someone come and help me. And then when we recorded again, it was beautiful. It was way better. But man.
So you got a second chance.
At that moment, yeah, I didn't get... Sorry, you didn't get a second chance.
You keep throwing it in my face. Sucks to be you. You didn't get a second chance. I did, but
I'm trying to think of a story where it just was terrible, but
where you don't get a second chance.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky.
Well, this podcast, the door, all this, I feel bad. Like I don't want to tell the whole story of what happened, but it's just been like crazy.
No, it's good. No, it's just I don't know, man. I mean, like I like. At one point, I wanted to be a filmmaker, I guess you could say. And it's just, there's so much stuff that I don't know. It's crazy.
Dude.
Like, I never really thought what all goes into filmmaking or, like, making a video or something.
And everybody has a different opinion, too.
Yeah.
Every single body has a different opinion.
Yeah, and it's like, now I watch movies, I'm just like, how they do that? Like, or, man, that must have been hard to get or something like that, because me having whatever equipment I have, I make the best of what I got. I'm just like, I don't know, it's so hard. Like, there's so much stuff that goes into it. And me and my little sister, we would do videos back in the day. And we had this thing called Shadow in the Woods. And we wanted to make it like a series. And I called it Shadow in the Woods. And basically, it's a little town. And this Bigfoot. What's so funny?
Oh man, it's a
little small town, small Texas town, and out in the woods, the shadow appears, and it keeps taking kids, and no one knows what it is. All I know is like they see a shadow, and then the kids go missing.
Yeah,
and it turns out, well, spoiler alert, it turns out it's Bigfoot. And this Bigfoot just appeared out of nowhere.
Mr. Jefferson! I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you.
And the Bigfoot pretty much showed up and it's been taking these kids. And so this town wanted to kill it. And so the story sounds good. I'm just like, man, this is going to be a hit. Netflix is going to pick it up.
Oh my God.
So we did a pilot episode. And it's
just like put it on YouTube or something?
It's
or
on
like,
YouTube. Yeah, no, it's on YouTube. And it's like the beginning, like the entrance. I mean, well, like the how you guys say, like
Let me link that video up here.
I'll link it. There's 2 parts to it. The first one is better, but it's like in the beginning, like the title, and then talk about you have the actor's name.
Yeah,
and it's the song "Creep" from Eric Church.
I don't know.
And like just creeping or creeping. I guess it's called creeping.
I don't know.
And it shows me like walking in the woods with a shotgun, and like in our backyard at that time at the ranch. It's like there's so many trees and tall grass, and it was like perfect for it. So I'm like walking, and the sunlight's like kind of just hitting me, and I'm walking with a shotgun. And then my little sister, she also has a shotgun. I don't know how old she was, like 13 or something. She has a shotgun. She's like looking around. She has a camel hat.
Oh my God.
And then it shows So I didn't know how to do it. What I had pictured was that 2 legs and just this part right here. It shows this part. 2 legs getting dragged off. And then shadow in the woods. That's what I wanted, right? So I was like, all right, Vasti, that's my little sister's name. All right, Vasti, I'm going to put the camera right here. You're going to drag me.
And she was going to drag you.
She was going to drag me. Yeah. That was the idea. She couldn't drag me. She's like, you're too heavy. I was like, drag me. You got to do it faster. She's like, no. I'm like, I just need a drag and then another drag. I just need 2 drags. I don't need 20 drags to get me out of the frame. She couldn't do it. So what I did was that I laid there like this, and then I was like, I shimmied my way one time, and then I don't know how I did it. I can't do it now, but I just dragged myself out the frame. So it shows me, it shows my sister, and then it shows like the woods, and then it shows my legs getting dragged off, and there's those shadow in the woods. And in the beginning,
why do you keep whispering?
That's the way I picture it in my head. Shadow in the woods. Because I don't know, it's a Bigfoot. So, anyway, so yeah, I won't talk about the video, but I liked it, and I wanted to keep going. My sister didn't want to do it no more. She was like, nah, it's dumb. I hate it. I was like, come on, we need to do a second one. So I did a second one without her. So I was like, you know what? I don't need you. So the second one was pretty much, I wake up in the woods. I have blood all over me. I don't know what just happened. And my little sister's gone. She's, we think the shadow got her. And so I keep having these flashbacks of her. So pretty much all the flashbacks are like footage from the first one, where I did get footage.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get no new footage.
Yeah.
So all the flashbacks are of her, and I think I got her to say one thing. I was like, "Just give me this," and she's like, "I told her just say, what do you call it? It was you said you never leave me." All right. So pretty much the story was this brother and sister live by themselves, and the parents are dead.
That's sad.
So, yeah, no, it was going to be a deep story. Like, Netflix was going to pick it up. And it was like, and when she was little, I had promised her I would never leave her. So, pretty much all I keep hearing throughout the video is like, you said you would never leave me. And she's like crying. And that's all she ever gave me. She never gave me no footage. So, I use all the old footage. And it's me like in the woods and I see something and something moves and I'm like yelling and I'm really trying to get into character. And I'm not an actor like you. But,
I suck too. I'm not even.
But I don't know. I tried my hardest anyway. So, and I can't remember how it ends to be honest. But it's like it's just me yelling in the woods, and then me not finding her, and then I break down crying in the woods, and I don't remember how it ends to be honest. But anyways, you can link those if you want to. But,
oh my gosh!
But I wanted to keep it going, and my mom was like, "You should do it, Vasti. It looks really good." And she's like, "Nah, I don't want to do it." She got to that stage where she was too cool to hang out with me, I guess. And yeah. So I was like, man, one day I want to keep it going. Like, I'm going to find people who want to be actors. And I even put on Facebook, anybody want to do some acting for me? Like, I'm trying to work on this thing called Shadow. And I explained it. I think I had 2 or 3 people that wanted to do it, but they never had time. And so it just eventually just kind of faded away.
I think that's the key of just the more you do, the better you get. Like, I remember... I don't know. Did you ever watch my little tiny first movie I did like last year?
Was it the one you're like in the parking lot?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I watched it. It's good.
Oh, I watch it now and I'm like,
I would have done this differently.
Well, just the like wrapping the saran wrap around my head. That one part, like some people were like that. I got a lot of actually good feedback from it, but some other people like that part is just so weird.
Well, I took it as like
anxiety.
Yeah. Well, it's like a symbol for something. Yeah. Like, you obviously just ain't going to be like anxiety. Like, you got to actually show what it feels like. I think sometimes... But
then I made the other one with the cop. Did you see that one? I did. Yeah, I watched that one. You could see the...
That one was with your pastor, right?
Yeah. That one was... you could see the progression.
Yeah, no. I could see the difference. Like, I was like, dang, that second was actually pretty good. Yeah. The first one's good, but I was like, this one, like, the angles and stuff, I think it's all about angles sometimes.
Dude, yeah. But everybody has a different opinion. Like, and I get so... Or everybody has a different opinion on prices for a wedding. Everybody has a different opinion on shots.
Well, some things might be easier for someone. Let's say, for instance, you don't have a certain equipment. So for them, it's easier. But if you don't have the equipment, you got to improvise on how you're going to do it. So it's more work.
And you know what? The first video with the saran wrap, that was filmed on this camera.
Huh.
And that movie I made with my pastor was filmed on my phone.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. With these special lenses called Moment lenses.
I think I got that Moment app.
Yeah, they have an app.
Yeah, I download. It's like $3. I downloaded the app because I wanted something where I could always change like the shutter speed and the f whatever. So, but I saw it. They had the little lenses, and I was thinking about buying some. Are they good?
They're great, man.
Yeah.
If there's an app called Filmic Pro, I paid for the whole thing, but it controls everything. The ISO, the shutter speed, the aperture, the white balance.
That's what I was looking for, and all I could find was that Moment thing.
Yeah, I mean, you could like lock on and focus and zoom in,
And that's what you use for that video?
There's a thing called you know what? I'm not even going to edit that. I'm not even, because usually I did this once where that happened, where the camera shut off in the middle of it, and then I just went back 2 minutes and then just cut that off. Mm-hmm. But I've never had so much problems than this day filming. And I apologize. But you know what? I'm just going to leave it in because I don't even know what to say. Okay, maybe I will cut that. But anyways, that's that. So this last 30 minutes, do you want to get into... do you want to talk about any conspiracy theories or no?
What do you got?
What do you got?
What do you got? What do I have?
Because I think we disagree on things. You won't even touch that, or you would save that for another one?
We can say... I haven't seen one.
Did you have anything you wanted to say? Anything special? Any stories you were holding?
Any stories? Any shout-outs?
Any shout-outs? Any merch, Candlecandoit.com.
Any plugins?
Any TikToks?
TikToks. What is TikTok?
TikTok is a new social media app that is like Vine, but it used to be Musical.ly.
Well, that's what I thought it was. And
yeah.
then I keep seeing all this random stuff saying TikTok, and I'm like, maybe they changed.
It's the same thing, but it's Musical.ly. It's TikTok now. It was Musical.ly. Now they changed it to TikTok. It's pretty much a bunch of the same thing, but people are making little vines off of it now.
Vine was a good app. I like Vine.
I've never used it.
You never did?
But
I just hated the shoving everything in 6 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you got the Vine stars like Liza Koshy. You know her? She's a huge YouTuber. She started off of Vine.
Really? I know Logan Paul and them, or is that their name? They all started on Vine too.
I think they were Disney stars before that though. I think they were on Disney.
They were?
One of them were. I believe so.
It's been a while since I watched that.
I don't believe.
The last time I watched Disney was like the Jonas Brothers were still on there. That's been a while.
I think they went to Christ for the Nations.
Yeah, well, I think they did that.
I don't know.
Well, I know they're Christians. And, I don't know about now, but
I think they are now.
They are?
I think so. I don't know. I mean, who really is nowadays? Right?
It's hard to tell now, you know. No, but. No, yeah, just follow me on Instagram if you like. No, but I can't think of any conspiracy theories right now. Like, it's been a while. I used to watch them all the time.
Do you believe... Because I remember we were talking about it, and I'm like, I don't... Did you believe in something where you still do, or you changed your mind on, or you still...
All right, what do you think about Flat Earth?
That's the one. That's the one, man.
Oh, that's right. We were really like, you know what? We'll just leave it for another time. My mom has been. She sends me this link like maybe last year and about Flat Earth. I'm like, what the heck? Why did she send me this? I don't know. Whatever. I didn't watch it. And then I see her and she's like, "Did you see the video I sent you?" I was like, "I'm not gonna watch it, Mom. It says Flat Earth. I don't want nothing to do with that. The Earth is flat." And then my brother comes like, "Yeah, she convinced me, bro. She convinced me." I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, because it's talking about the Bible and bring Bible into this. And I was like, look, if it's flat or not, I can care less. Like, what is it to me? Just live my life. It's not going to change. And then one day it started hitting me like, what if the earth is flat? Like, I started freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh. What? Oh my God. I'm not moving no more. Like, I started freaking out. I was like, the earth is flat. And then... and then I remember I said something. We're eating. I said something to my brother about Earth, and then he was like, well, something about all around the world. And I was like, I thought you said the earth was flat. She's like, yeah, the earth is flat, remember? He's like, oh yeah, I remember. And I was like, and it reminded me of Bobby Boucher.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yes, mama, I remember. But apparently they believe in flat earth.
Do you believe in it?
I don't know, man. I mean, like...
Because you were trying to convince me.
No, I was not trying to convince you. I was just trying to tell you what I've heard. The information I got, that's what I was trying to tell you. It's like, it sounds good. And it sounds like, you know what? This all makes sense. Like, there's nothing that says that.
I'll dip my toe into pretty much anything now. And because there's... I don't even want to try to talk about all of the things that could be or not be. But when I did my research on that, it was like a no-brainer where it was. And like the verses that you were sending me, I think a lot of them, or not a lot of them, but they were just out of context for me. Like, I don't remember any of them you sent me.
I sent you verses?
Yeah. Was it you or was it your brother talking to me about this? I thought it was you.
I don't remember. I don't remember sending you anything about flat earth anymore. I remember we talked about it like a little bit.
Then it was you then. You were sending me verses.
What?
I thought you were trying to convince me. Or was it your brother?
It must have been my brother. My brother sends you verses and videos all the time. I didn't send you anything. I might have to check back in there. I don't know. I don't think so. But
it was either you or your brother trying to convince me.
No, my brother used to send me videos all the time. Like, yeah, the information that I watch the videos, I'm like, you know, it all makes sense. But what okay, let's say if I do believe in flat earth. How about I say that? What does that change though? Like, even if it is or it isn't, it's not going to change. Oh, I'm going to stop doing this now because of earth is flat. Like, it's just...
There's a new one called Space is Fake. Have you seen that one?
Flat earth is about space is fake, too.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought that's two different groups of people.
No, well, from what I heard is that if you believe flat earth, then you don't believe in the solar system. Because flat earth debunks the planets. Because then if you have flat earth, then there's planets up there. Then what the heck? How are those round and us not? So it's like you can't say, yeah, we have flat earth, but I do believe Saturn, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, whatever.
Wow, you know a lot of them.
I used to be in Voyager. no, yeah, it's Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. I used to be in this, I was like in first grade, my mom put me in this class called Voyager. And they talked about space and planets before she was flat earth, you know?
Yeah.
And so I learned all that stuff. And she was big into Star Trek. So
yeah.
I think that.
Voyager.
Yeah. So I was all into that. So and then I was very upset when they said Pluto wasn't a planet no more. I was like, well.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we should not talk about this because my brain is already hurting. The bro bracket. Do you know about the bro bracket that I do on the podcast? Oh, I thought you listened to my podcast.
Oh, my
apparently
goodness.
not.
I have listened.
Apparently not, huh?
Okay, what is a bro bracket?
So the bro bracket, please, if you're listening to this, forgive me. If you listen to them, you're like, oh, he's going to explain it again. But it's pretty... I'm really doing a bad job talking today. So the bro bracket is something that I started podcast 1.
Okay.
Every time someone comes on the show, the Joshua Cassady Show, say it, I'm going to punch myself. It's a bracket, like you pick your favorite bro. Like, man, you're the coolest dude. Man, if I had to be like my tag team partner, my buddy cop, my hero, if I was on a desert island with the coolest guy, who would it be? So everybody picks someone, and then I'm going to make a bracket, and later on, once I get 16 different guys or girls, no, it's guys, it's a bro bracket, then each week I'll randomly draw, like, so-and-so versus so-and-so, and then I'll have the audience pick who's their favorite out of the two to make one winner. So,
okay, like let's say they don't know who me or my bro is.
Well, one guy picked his dad.
Okay.
He'll probably lose because people are going to vote. Like, okay, Pastor picked Harrison Ford. the guy last.
Oh, so they have to be like.
It could be. It has to be someone that you know. I mean, generally it's people that like a pop star or
Yeah. You don't want to pick like
pop
someone
icon.
real because then be like, who are these two guys?
Yeah, like an actor or Brett Favre or whoever that generally the audience would know. John Cena or whoever. So last week, Jay, the guy that was on the podcast last week, Jay, he picked Keanu Reeves.
He's pretty big right now.
He's awesome.
Trending all over the place.
That was actually going to be my pick. But I'm going to pick someone else now. I'm going to save it for the last 16. I can't think of if you select. There's one guy. I had a podcast with Orion and Chad. That podcast, they picked. One guy Chad picked John Wayne, and I can't remember, Orion, who you picked. The guy that you picked, never heard of him before, is a dude on a show called This Is Us or whatever. But my dad picked Elvis, of course. Martin picked Scarface. What's that guy's name? Al Pacino. Joel picked his dad. So, do you have someone like, man, this guy is
like this is the dude I want to hang out with.
I love this guy. He's my hero. I'm always like, that kind of guy.
I don't know about my hero, but I guess he's pretty cool. I'd like to hang out with him. I'd say Chris Pratt. I like Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, nice. Nice pick.
Yeah, Star-Lord is my favorite Marvel character.
That's your favorite Marvel character?
No.
Really?
Yeah, Star-Lord.
I never heard of that guy until the Avengers.
Well, Guardians of the Galaxy.
I thought you was a big comic guy, no?
Who, me?
You.
Well, in the movies. Like, I know about all the comics and what happens in the comics and all that stuff, but I didn't get into it till like after Guardians of the Galaxy. Because I remember Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and I was like, that movie's going to be stupid.
I thought it too. I'm like,
and I was like, I've never heard of these guys before. Who are they? So let's stick to mainstream comic heroes.
Batman, Superman, Spider-Man.
And then I watched and I was like mind blown. I was like,
it was amazing.
What the heck? This dude's awesome. So ever since then, I'm a big Guardians of the Galaxy fan. So and then Chris Pratt, and then I watch all his movies from Parks and Rec, and I already known him from Parks and Rec.
I never watched it. I want to though. I've seen all The Office.
It's yeah, it's kind of like The Office, and he's funny in that. He's funny in he's in a bunch of movies, Jurassic World. But I don't know. He's like somebody like I'd like to hang out with that dude. I don't know. So I guess Chris Pratt.
Yeah, that guy's awesome, man.
He recently got married, like last week.
Really? I didn't know that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter.
Wait a minute.
Well, he was married to, I can't remember her name. She's a comedian. She's real goofy, blonde headed girl. She's an actor too. She's fun. She's like in all the scary movies, like the actual titled scary movies.
Catherine Schwarzenegger. Oh, Anna Faris.
Yeah, Anna Faris.
Oh, they just got divorced.
Yeah, they got divorced like last year. Yeah.
What the heck?
And then he got
about this now.
Yeah, and then he got engaged with homegirl, and now they're married.
I didn't even know Arnold had a daughter.
Me neither. I was like, what?
I didn't even know he had any kids.
Yeah, I don't know either, but yeah, he just recently got married with her. Like I said, like last week, I think.
Dude. Oh my gosh. Was you ever a wrestling fan?
Like I'm saying, the Attitude Era. That's the only time? Hardy Boys were me and my brother's favorite. I was always Jeff Hardy. He was always Matt Hardy. The Dudley Bros, Stone Cold, The Rock, Mankind. Like those were the ones I remember. I think when it was still WWF.
Yeah, back in the day.
And the X Factor, like Suck It was in and stuff like that.
I used to get in trouble for doing it.
Me too. My mom's like, "What are you doing?"
I do it to my brother. Like when mom and dad was like, "Suck it, Travis." Mom, you said suck it. I'm like, "No, I didn't." Like that was such a bad
liar. Thing. No, it's that my little nephew. Who was it? Like a couple days ago, he's like, "Hey, who to win between?" Because he's really big into wrestling, but he just watches the new wrestling.
Yeah.
Who to win between so and so and so and so? I was like, I don't know who they are. You don't. Oh, who am I? This guy. Who are these people? I was like, yeah. Oh my god, it's so and so and so and so. I was like, I don't. Who do you know then? I was like, I don't know. The Rock. He's all right. I was like, you know Stone Cold? Oh yeah, I know Stone Cold. And I'll be like, you know Ric Flair? Yeah, I know Ric Flair, but the new ones are better. I was like, you don't know anything about wrestling.
Dude, I think that if you got the WWE Network It's like a streaming service like Netflix.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of it.
I think that if you got that and then you started watching NXT, it's kind of like it's like college football. That's a show of where like the next up and coming wrestlers, they have a 1 hour show there, and then after they get hot or whatever, then they move them to WWE Raw.
It's kind of like,
dude, it is amazing. I love it.
Do you watch UFC?
No, I've never.
I actually watch more UFC than I guess any other fighting sport. I'm a little bit into boxing, but UFC, they had this show too. Can't remember what the show was called, but yeah, they have like a teams. Like they get all these recruits, and then each famous UFC fighter has their own team, like of 5 people.
Yeah.
And then they train them and they fight them, and if they lose, they get kicked out. And the winner ends up going to the UFC. Can't remember what it was called, but I used to watch it. St. Pierre had one, I think. Yeah. You know who that guy is?
Yeah, the bald French guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was pretty good. He was one of my favorites.
I remember when UFC first came out, I just never got into it. I don't know why.
I guess it was the more like, man, this is like, because, wrestling, I'm like, it's kind of fake. Like, most of the stuff is acting.
I mean, it's so fake, but I mean, you can get hurt, and it is. Yeah, you have to be super.
The guy coming falling off the freaking ladder of the cage, and like, there's no way from there to there it can be fake. So like, he has to hit the ground like that. He has to take some kind of hit, but like when I watched UFC for the first time, I was like, these dudes are like out to kill each other. Like if he dies, he dies. It's like. So I remember I was really big into. Dang it, what's his name? He fought against Brock Lesnar. He's a Mexican fighter.
I don't know.
Oh, Cain Velasquez.
Okay.
They fought, and it was a big deal, but I guess he was the first Mexican UFC fighter to win the heavyweight title or whatever. And I had the shirts, UFC shirts with the graphics and stuff.
Oh, like that. Buckle.
Yeah. I saw a picture that I had one. I was like, ugh. I mean, what was I thinking?
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I was really big into it. Now I watch it every once in a while, but I don't know. I'm more into basketball now, I think. I like basketball.
Hey, who's your favorite? This is just a question for me. Who's your favorite teacher at Frost?
That's my favorite teacher?
Yeah, did you have a favorite teacher? Or do you have a favorite moment or...
Moment in Frost? I mean, the only thing I can remember is, like, I guess going to state.
You went to state in tennis?
Doubles, yeah.
Who's your partner?
Royal.
Y'all went to state?
Yeah, we lost first round, but we made it.
Dude, I didn't know that. We never went to state.
What?
Brad and I never went to state. There was one, if we won this game, we would have went to state.
So in regionals.
Yeah, but we slaughtered the first round, the first set. Like, I don't know if it was 6-0. What is that? Mm-hmm. We beat them the first set, and then the second set, they started just being backboards to us, and just they beat us. It was terrible, man. I still remember it. It was awful. And their coach was like, "Can we get a picture with you?" And at the moment, I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." And then afterwards, I'm like, "Why don't we take a picture with them? That's probably like another trophy for them."
They put it like,
we
winners,
beat these losers. I still hated that we took a picture with them.
Nah, we got together. Me and Royal got together like in our sophomore year. Oh, we started playing our sophomore year. We didn't make it past district, obviously. We had just barely picked up tennis. Before then, we were like, tennis for girls. Who plays tennis? Stupid. So, like, and then I was like, I'm bored. I don't play football because I'm too slow and little and I suck. Basketball, I'm too short. Everyone's better than me. I'm just going to be a bench warmer. They don't have... Well, baseball is like, I suck at baseball. I was like, I guess I'll play tennis. I don't have to work out so much. That was the whole thing. I hated working out so much. I didn't mind legs. I didn't mind legs. But when it came to arms, I dreaded that day. I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to school. Like, I hate arms. Since the small arms. And I hated it. Anyways, tennis, you could play tennis, but you didn't have to work out.
You have to do cardio. We should have been doing cardio.
Oh, we should have.
We didn't do any practice.
We should have been doing a lot of stuff.
There was a lot I don't even know how we were that good.
I don't know how we got to state either.
Do you remember Jerry Madrano? Mm-hmm. That dude.
Oh, I think you're talking about his daughter.
No.
His daughter's name is Jerry Madrano.
What's her dad's name?
Jerry Madrano.
And her is Jerry Madrano.
Yeah.
Well, the dad, he was like Brad and I's coach.
Yeah.
He would come up and like once Vickery left, he would teach us and we would that's when it begun.
He'd be like, All right, I heard everything Victory said. Forget that.
Dude, God bless her. If she, you know.
I ran to her like 3 months ago.
She was, I feel like, I hope that, I don't want to talk bad about her, but I don't know how she was able to be our coach. She would be like, okay, guys.
She was there for more like moral support.
She's like, you got to play your game. Like we never had.
Go back to basics.
Yeah, we learned nothing. She didn't teach us anything. I don't remember anything that she taught.
Go back to basics. You want grape juice or you want orange juice? Literally, she would just feed us. She would just take care of us. And
Brad taught me all of how to play tennis. Like one day, I think it was one summer, I was at my house and he's like, hey man, you play tennis? And I was like, I ain't playing tennis. And you paint my nails too, bro? I'm not playing tennis. And I'm like, all right. And I went out there and he taught me and, you know, I loved it. Uh-huh. And he was my coach. He taught me how to play. And I still was terrible. My form was crazy. I had this weird backhand.
You didn't know where the ball was going.
I had no idea. And then once me and him played with her, Vickery, I don't remember anything she taught us. We just went up there and she just fed us balls and that was it.
No, yeah, like I feel like we set the foundation for Josh and Travis. Because before then, well, I had to take the guy home. So he'd always go to the park and he'd play with us. Now, well, I think we just recently stopped playing because I had a kid. Before that, we weren't playing. But
I heard y'all were recently playing. I would love to play again.
Yeah, it was me, Elias, Josh, and Travis. And if one of us don't play, like, no one plays. Like, they're like, hey, you want to play? I'm like, I'm cutting the grass today, man. I can't go. And then Elias would be like, well, I'm not going if he don't go. And then Travis would be like, come on, guys, let's play. And no one ever wants to play. But we at one point, we were playing like every Wednesday. Every Wednesday would play, or Thursday. That was one of those 2 days.
Dude, I want to play. We should play, for real.
Yeah.
My serve is probably beyond trash, but I could probably hit the ball. I would love to get out there.
Yeah.
Dude, I played ping pong today. You ever play ping pong?
I have a ping pong table in my house. It's literally sitting in my living room. I don't ever play it.
Don't you live in Waxahachie?
Yeah.
Dude. We need to hang out more.
We had a tournament not too long ago.
This is like the only time we've ever talked, by the way. We chatted.
Like here and there. Like, hey, what's up? Yeah, conspiracy theories. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. All right. But this is the longest we ever talked. But yeah, Travis, I had a tournament the other day at my house. Travis won.
A tournament at your house? Travis is ridiculous.
It was like $5 an entry and
for ping pong.
Yeah.
Dang, man, what's this underground ping pong table you're running?
It's underground.
I just got flashes of like dog ring. You know, like they're all. I don't know why.
Well, Travis was like, "Hey, I want some pizza," and we're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Unless you're, if you're buying, yeah, I'll buy it." All right, it was $20-something. And I was like, "All right, hey, we're fixing to run a tournament. You want to play?" Yeah, it was like 6 of us there. So it came to like $20-something, and he won. So I was like, so pretty much you got your money back for the pizza that you bought. But yeah, he won.
Dude, that freak, he is so good. It makes me sick.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I don't even remember. Brad taught him. Well, it was mainly Brad. Like we taught him, and he was just a natural. I think he got lessons once, maybe from a professional dude, but he just practiced, and man. In ping pong, golly, it's just a
I'm like, if you play tennis, you could pick up ping pong pretty good. You're not gonna be the best.
Dude, the spin, I cannot comprehend how to counter the spin. Mm-hmm. Like when Brad and I would play ping pong, that guy would beat me ping pong and tennis. The guy would beat me every game because of the stupid slice. I could not defend it. It got to a point where I'm like, I'm not playing you. I cannot beat you. I can't win.
Okay, I'm not playing. You get lucky.
Don't you want to have like a concept of like, I could win if I played this game? Hey, do you want to play Monopoly? No, because you freaking gonna win. You have. Hey, you want to play Monopoly? But before we start, I already got Boardwalk and Park Place, and I already got the green. I already got all.
So the chance of you winning.
I already got this L shape. All of the blues and the yellows. I got it already, but do you want to start playing now? That's how it felt when I'm playing ping pong or tennis with that guy. I could never win. I'm all flashing back. I'm all...
No, I actually get mad because I couldn't beat Brad at tennis. And then one day I beat him, and he was so mad. I remember he like stormed to his house. And I was like, that was the day I was like, I became a man. Like, I evolved as a tennis player. I was like, all right, I'm a whole new level. Yeah, we call it. So sophomore, we lost in district, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, screw it. And then all summer I played mural practice all summer, and then junior year, we call it. We got past district. We got first place in district, and then we're so close in regionals. And I was like, bro, we can beat these dudes, man. Just slam the ball in their face. Because he was the guy that just stood in the front. The net guy, because he's tall.
Yeah.
I was a short guy that controlled the bag. I was a little quick. And we lost. And I remember these dudes were giving some bogus calls, man. Like, that's clearly out.
Oh, they were, yeah, because they called their own.
Or right? In or whatever. That's in. Like, nah, that's out, buddy. Like, and I remember the last point, it was in. And they're like, nah, it's out. And we lost. I was so upset.
Dude, that's terrible, man.
And then I got to state. No, well, then senior year, we played the same dudes to get out of regionals again. And I said, bro, this year's different, dude. We're out for blood this time. I don't care. We're going to tear you. We beat them so bad. And
were they calling it properly, or were they still trying to?
Well, I asked for the coaches to be there.
Oh, good.
Because I was like, I don't trust these guys. Like, they screwed us over last year.
Yeah.
So I think their coach was there, and Millie was there. And they were watching everything, but we tore them up. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, I also that day I evolved again in my tennis career. I was like, this is the day. So we made a dish to state, and I was so nervous. I remember, I think I was puking the morning of.
Are you serious?
I was nervous because I was like, if I lose first round, this is it. Like, I'm never playing high school tennis again because that's it. I graduate.
Oh, you were a senior when you went to state?
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, sophomore was district. I didn't get past district. Junior, I only made to regionals, and then senior year I made a state, and we got tore up. Like, we had no chance.
They were too legends.
Good. They were too good, and so I was like, well, at least I could say I went to state. But I think Joshua and Travis made it a state too.
I think Travis and I don't know about. I think one year he played with Haley Cagle. Is that her name?
Haley Cagle? Really?
No, I don't know her name.
Well, no, yeah, that's her name, but I didn't know he went to state with Haley Cagle. Maybe. She was super tall.
I remember he went to state a bunch.
He's tall too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think one year he went
maybe
in
3
singles,
to
and then one year he went doubles, I think. I don't know. I just know he made it to state one year. Well, for sure. I know he made it to state. I don't know how many times though. But
that was something that I always wish I would have went to state.
But I think tennis is something that you just gotta like pick it up when you're like an infant.
Dude, yeah, I went to like the facility in Waco that we would play in. I don't remember, but they're like people that would just go, and you're just hitting balls in the same stroke, the same. You got coaches. It's just your form, and like, man, my form was terrible, man. I looked like a, whatever.
I saw that place. What was it, like a couple of weeks ago? No, like 4 weeks ago, a month ago, I guess. We went to a water park. My wife's like, I want to go to a water park before I have the baby because, we want to have some fun. So we went, and the water park is literally right next to the Waco.
Yes, that place, yeah.
So I was like, hey, I used to play tennis there. She's like, really? I was like, yeah, I think regionals was there. Yeah, I think regionals was there or something.
I don't remember.
Well,
or before regionals or something.
Yeah. I was like, I remember we used to come do like practice, like tournaments or something like that with Coach Vickery. And it brought back so many memories. Like, man, those were good times. And then right here in Skyline, I think it's Skyline, right?
I don't know, man.
There's a high school right here down the street. I played tennis there too. I saw the courts when I was coming up here. I was like, hey, I played there one time. I just went with my cousin and her friends. I was like, I don't know. I always see tennis courts. I'll be like, hey, I played there one time. Hey, I played a couple matches there. Like, just.
Dude, I remember one of the funniest things. Brad was the net, and he spiked the ball and hit this guy right in the junk. And Brad's like, that's our point. Like, the guy bent over and fell, and Brad's like, that's our point. I'm like,
show no mercy.
Man, it was freaking funny. The guy, man, I don't know how he was able to play the rest of the game. It looked like it just destroyed everything he had in his future.
It just messed everything up from there.
And my first thing was like, oh, man, is he okay? And Brad was like, that's our point.
Hey, are you okay?
Man, it was funny.
You ever watch Saving Silverman?
Yeah, man. That was my favorite movie for like 10 years.
I watched it like every day. Yeah, me and my brother watched that every day too. Like when we
Such a bad movie.
No, yeah, it is.
So
I always tell my
terrible.
wife about it. We're like, but because she don't watch that. She's like, is it raunchy? Yeah,
Beyond raunchy.
It should be. Like, I don't want to watch it. So like,
That's terrible.
all my favorite movies, growing up, are like you can't even watch them.
I can't watch them any. Yeah.
So it's like Saving Silverman was me, my brother, and Travis. We quote Saving Silverman all the time. That or Anchorman. Like
Anchorman's not that bad.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I think it's not funny.
No, it's
I think
like the
Anchorman's
best.
not that funny. No, Anchorman's
Why'd
not
you bring
that
up Saving
bad.
Silverman?
Huh?
Why'd you bring up Saving Silverman?
Because I was like, hey, are you okay?
Hey, what part was that?
That's from. Dang, now you put me
Is
on
that
the
from the movie?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Hey, are you okay? I don't know. I don't know what that's from.
Is that Saving Silverman? Hey, are you okay? Dude, no,
I don't know. I've watched that movie a billion times, but I haven't seen it in forever.
Yeah. I think it's like when Judith is like beat one of them up or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that could be. Anyways,
She beats one of them up, and the other one's like, "Hey, are you okay?"
yeah. My two favorite parts of that movie is the very beginning where Jack Black's like, dude. He's like, who would have sex with a mime? It's like, I'm a mime. I'm a mime. Ah. He's like, dude, mimes don't talk. He's like, they do.
Doing their opportunity.
And then the other part is when Jack Black goes down there into the basement where she's tied up and she's like, he's in the chicken suit and she's like, thanks, JD. He's like, yeah, no problem.
Judith.
He's like, ah! And then the next
They
scene,
know who we are.
the next scene is he's laying on the couch and she's talking to him. And he's like, getting into his mind, and he's like, and then the next scene is like, I always knew I was different, and now I know why. I'm gay. And then the next scene, he's on the couch chilling, and homeboy comes in. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gay. He's like, no, you're not. Yeah. She got into the inner JD. I'm gay. He's like, you're not gay. That movie's terrible. Don't
No, yeah, that movie is pretty good. But it's so quotable. Like, I don't know. That movie is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gay.
No, it's like.
Hey, are you okay? Yeah, that is from that. I don't know where.
I can't remember what part, but it is from.
I think it's Steve Zahn.
Well, no, I know Steve
mustache.
Zahn says it. I just don't know what part. I can't remember.
God, I want to watch it.
If my brother watches this, he's gonna be like, he's an idiot.
What's that service? I think it's called like Angel Flix or something, or Pure. It's not Pure Flix. It's some kind of system where you program a movie in, and then you could like take out nudity, cussing, this, and it will strip the movie down.
Oh, there would be no movie.
I know.
No movie.
And it's only
show credits and that's it.
it just plays the parts where there's none of that in it.
No, yeah, that movie at that time I think it was underrated. Like it didn't get a lot of attention.
Dude, that movie was golly.
When he's like, so where'd you go to school? SU. Oh, Stanford University? Subway University? Oh, then you must know JD. No, never heard such a person. No.
The coach, remember the coach?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's getting away. Go chop her head off or something.
There's no fight left in your boys. I don't want to say the rest of it, but
man, that movie, Neil Diamond. I listened.
That's the only reason I know who Neil Diamond is.
Dude, that's the only reason I listen to Neil Diamond to this day because of that movie.
Yeah.
Cherry baby, she got the way. I listen to it because of that.
Sing it. And the little lady's like,
yeah, the little Indian guy. Come on, boys, you know the words. Sing it. Where they get the replacement.
this blows, man.
And the guy's like,
yeah, the guy's really into it.
He's so happy.
Sing it, shit. That little old lady, she's like, man, that movie is hilarious.
That Indian guy, he's so happy. Dude, that movie's amazing.
Like,
gosh.
the fake implants. He got implants?
Oh.
I knew his butt looked big. And it shows him like waking up mid implant, like they're putting the implants on his butt cheeks. And
Yeah.
And he wakes up,
gosh.
he's like,
dude, I think about like, maybe because I don't watch any, like, when's the last like great comedy that movie came out? Like, I just think about all the movies that we grew up with, and it's like, man, we just old, and we're different times. I
mean, Shrek is hilarious,
dude. But
it's a classic.
I'm talking about now.
What I'm talking about,
now,
like back then, like every movie was funny to me.
Yeah,
and like now it's just
everyone was like
amazing. I'm too hard on the movies or something, but I'm just like, that movie was not that funny.
Well, now when a movie comes out, I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching that. Like if right now, if I've never seen Saving Silverman and they played a preview of it, I'm like, I'm not watching that. I wouldn't watch it.
Well,
now
the only reason we watched it, my mom accidentally rented it because she didn't know it was gonna be raunchy, and we watched it and we're like, this movie is hilarious. My mom's like, you're not watching that ever again. And when we got older, we bought it on DVD and stuff, and we watch it all the time.
Like all the American Pies. Like
I didn't like the American Pies.
You never watched them?
No, I watched them.
You didn't like them?
I didn't think they were that funny. They're all right. They're just super like.
I mean, that's way crazy. But I'm thinking, or what's a good movie that's clean, that's hilarious? I mean, Anchorman's kind of raunchy.
Yeah, Anchorman's kind of raunchy, but
Dumb and Dumber maybe. But there's like a couple parts of there.
Yeah, I told my wife, I'm like, Dumb and Dumber is not raunchy. She's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. And there's like maybe a couple parts like,
There's a part where like he lifts up her dress and she sees her butt or something.
Yeah, like half her butt cheek is hanging out. But compared to other movies that I think are hilarious, that's the cleanest it's gonna get. Dumb and Dumber was pretty funny because most of the stuff it's literally dumb. It's just dumb. I was gonna say one of the movies I thought was hilarious. Don't Miss the Zohan. Me and my brother, we quote the movie all the time.
Dude, that looks terrible.
And a lot of people hate that movie, but me and my brother,
I never watched it.
Oh man,
I remember that came out like in 2008 or something, or 2006.
It's been a while, but that movie.
And I'm like, I'm not watching that. That's like the downfall of Adam Sandler.
What? No.
Yes.
No, Adam.
That's when it was going downhill.
I don't know. I think that movie. I'll watch the movie and I'll be laughing throughout the whole movie.
Wasn't there like a part where he like slapped somebody in the face for like 5 minutes with his feet or something?
It's a foot uppercut.
Yeah, I saw that.
He hits him like, was that your foot? Yes, it's the foot uppercut. Smell it.
No.
Oh my God.
I saw that part. I'm like, this is terrible.
But the same thing, like a lot of people back in the day when, let's say, Saving Silverman came out, they were probably like, I'm not watching that. That's why I feel like it's underrated because a lot of people didn't give it a chance.
No, but that's different though. Like, maybe I'm being real nitpicky now, but
that's the thing. I feel like I'm really like.
Oh, what's the movie with Adam Sandler and Al Pacino where he's like the chick? He's like Jack and Jill or something.
Oh, Jack and Jill. It's called Jack and Jill.
Yeah, like but that's another.
He also has one. Oh no, that's not Al Pacino. That's what's that dude? Jack Nicholson.
That was a great movie. Anger Management. That was amazing.
That was all right. Big Daddy, Big Daddy is like this peak, like the Big Daddy era where
Mr.
Deeds was hilarious. I love Mr. Deeds.
Man, Anger Management was great.
I didn't like it. Did you ever watch Punch Love Drunk?
I never saw that. No.
Or something.
Yeah,
it's more.
He's like
it's not funny. It's like a serious,
like his first serious movie, I think.
It's all right. It's actually pretty good. But it's not funny. Because I have a big library. I have tons of Blu-rays. Right now I have tons of Blu-rays on eBay right now that I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of the ones that I don't watch anymore. But I have a whole thing. It's just comedy, and they're either Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler, all them.
But there's no. What I'm trying to say is there's no. Maybe
well, you know what? Okay, one movie I will watch on my wife because I think it's hilarious is 50 First Dates.
Well, that's a great movie.
I love that movie. It's just a good movie and it's funny. You know who's funny, but he's never funny in his own movies. I just remember. Rob Schneider. He's funny in every Adam Sandler movie, but when it comes to his own movies like Animal,
I saw it I can't remember it though.
Yeah.
Did you watch Benchwarmers?
I hate that movie.
Dude, that was funny when I first watched it, and I watched it the other day. I'm like, this is
a buddy of mine that had it. He was watching it one time. I went over to his house, and I was like, "You're watching Benchwarmers?" He's like, "It's hilarious, bro." I was like, I don't know.
The only part of that movie where I still remember where it makes me laugh is where someone like craps in the stall or something, or there's diarrhea in the stall, or something happens in the stall where it's graphic. And then the next guy walks in, he like, who did this? And he throws up. That's like the only funny part I remember.
I don't remember that part.
Blades of Glory. It was another one where I tried to watch again. And I'm like, this is terrible.
No, yeah,
but back in the day, I thought it was a great. But it's so raunchy and terrible.
I like Will Ferrell. And you see, Anchorman 2 was all right.
Or we played the basketball movie was terrible too.
Oh, dang. No. Well, I know the team was called Tropical something. But
that movie was awful.
That one wasn't that great.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, nowadays, I can't think of, like...
Okay, well, did you watch Ridiculous 6? Because you see, like, I've noticed that all of Adam Sandler movies, they're not even going to theaters anymore. They're, like, going straight to Netflix. I think he made a deal with Netflix.
Yeah.
I guess he's like, everyone hates my movies in theaters and it doesn't do well, so might as well just give them to him, like...
Yeah, a good move.
But Ridiculous 6 is one of his movies. Came out, like, what, maybe 2 or 3 years ago? It's actually pretty good.
What is it? Is that the Western?
Mm-hmm.
Is that good? I was going to watch it.
It's the Western one where he's an Indian. He's an Indian. That's what they call him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's
pretty good. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, is it Zohan good or is it
Well, I don't
Mr.
know.
Deeds
I mean, Zohan is one of his best movies to me, so I
God.
can't.
Oh, no.
You're just going to have to, like, watch it.
Leave it in the comments below. No one writes in the comments. No one writes in the comments.
Oh, I'll write in the comments.
Oh, God, I say it. Sometimes I say it, I'm like, they're not going to write.
No, man. It's like...
Oh, God.
Well, you see, right now, my Instagram page is doing pretty good. But there was a time where it's like, man, I'd have like 80 people following me and that was it. Like, I'd be like, man, you see, what I'm trying to say is like...
That's how many people will probably watch this video.
Yeah. The thing I'm looking at, I'm not verified or anything. I'm not a big deal. But the way I look at it, I was like, man, it's pretty much you just got to keep going. Like, you just got to keep doing it. And eventually, like, if you're meant to, you know, I guess... prosper in that, it's gonna hit.
But I always gotta say, like, why am I doing it? I'm like, man, this aspect of the podcast, I just love doing it right now.
If you enjoy doing it, do it. That's something I always gotta do. Like, why am I painting shoes? Like, and I just enjoy. I like doing stuff and then showing it. Like, regardless if I get 3 likes or 100 likes, like, I just want to, like, look what I did,
dude. Man,
it's so cool.
You're totally honest. I never wear my shoes because I know that sounds stupid. I'm about to say the way I just said that.
You're
was
embarrassed
ridiculous.
of the shoes?
No, I don't want to mess them up. Like, I know they have the...
I wear these almost every day, and I have yet to clean them. They're a little dirty.
I want my shoes to last forever. And, man, I want another pair, like, low tops like those. Like these right here... Man, it takes like forever to undo my shoes. I just want to kick them off, but I can't. I have to unlace the first 2. I'm talking about like Vans high tops.
You picked up your leg pretty high. I don't think I can.
Man,
I'm not that flexible.
And you like leg day, you know, and I don't.
I'm not flexible. I can build muscle, but I can't stretch the muscle. No, but I wear these every day, and I mean the bottom.
Dude, I love those shoes. Hey, if you man, go to his page. Candlecandoit. Man, it's amazing. I love your shoes. I love your work.
Thank you.
When I start getting big time, I want to like have a logo on my where my.
No, like, man,
it's just gonna be my face.
You see, because I had
on the shoe.
I think when I first made the first shoe, you were just like, bro, I want some. And I remember you're like, I'm gonna do it. I'll do a payment plan. I remember you were like, I'll give you a payment plan.
Yeah, I just couldn't at the time.
And then you were just like, no, I can't. And I felt bad. I was like, well, that means I gotta buy a shoe and everything. Like, I'm out of pocket. And I was like, well, maybe one day. So and then who was it? My brother was like, because I was like, I think I wanted to play tennis or something. And Josh was like, well, no, Travis has to go with his brother for his birthday, so-and-so date. And I was like, what's he going to get him? And he was like, I don't know. He never gets him anything. And I was all like, well, tell him if he wants. I'm like, I know he really wants these Topo Chico shoes. And I think he'd go crazy if he got him those shoes. I was like, I wouldn't even charge him anything. Just buy the shoes. And he was like, well, I don't know. I'll ask him, but he never wants to buy anything. I was like, I'll call him. So I called him, or I texted him. I said, no, I called him. He didn't answer. He texted me, what do you want? And I was like, can you answer the phone? I need to talk to you. He's like, I'm busy right now. I'm like, all right, well, then call me when you're not busy.
He probably wasn't doing nothing.
And he's like, well, what do you want?
Playing Fortnite.
He's like, well, what do you want? I was like, I just told you to call me when you're not busy. I'm not going to explain this whole thing. I want a roof. I was doing some roofing. I'm not going to sit here and type this whole thing out. Like 5 minutes later, he calls me. What do you want? I was like, so I, pitched him the idea. He's like, oh, well, how much are the shoes?
Wow. Travis, you suck. He doesn't watch any of my stuff.
And Joshua was like,
you suck, Travis.
Joshua was like, I told you, if it's for him, he'll pay an arm and a leg. But if it's for someone else, he won't pinch the money out. And I was like, bro, it's your brother. Well, how much are the shoes? I was like, I think they're like $70. And he's like, and how much are you charging me? I'm not charging you anything. Just buy the shoes. I'll paint them.
Golly.
Where do I buy these shoes at?
Wow.
I was like, you could buy it at the mall, Travis. What mall? I was like, he was making it difficult.
Oh my god.
He was making it difficult. I was like, this guy just doesn't want. I'm like, you know what? If you don't want to, that's whatever. But I'll think about it.
Wow.
So I felt bad, and we're working at a house like around this area, and I was like, so I text him. I go, look, if you want, I'll buy it, because he's like, well, I don't get out. I'm gonna be getting off work late these days. I'm not gonna have time to go get the shoes. I don't know if I can send someone to go get them. If you want, I'll buy them on the way home. Just pay me back.
That's terrible.
And he was like, okay. So sure enough, I get the shoes, I paint them, and I give them to him. He's like, these are the shoes you want? I was like, yeah, I guess. And I was like, he likes them. He's going to like them. Don't worry about it. All right, here's a tip. It was like $5 or something. I was like, tip. Thanks. No, I just paid. I can't remember how much it was. It wasn't that much. But he was like, I guess I'll give them. They don't look that. I wouldn't wear them. I was like, I know
Thanks
you wear.
A lot, you
I was
jerk.
Like, you wear sandals with the bottle opener at the bottom. Like, that doesn't mean anything. But sure enough, I was like, I gotta get you some shoes at least, So I was like, make sure you tell them I painted them. Like, I did most. Because he goes, how much do you charge for these shoes? I'm like, they're at $230 right now.
Gosh.
And he was like, oh, dang, okay. I was like, so I'm saving you a lot of money right now. He's like, okay, fine. So.
Did anything ever happen with the Instagram guy, the Topo Chico guy?
He hasn't texted back. He hasn't told me anything.
Man,
I'm wondering, like, maybe, because.
Like, he looked at the shoe, like, yeah, we could do this, yeah.
Well, what I was thinking, I was like, because some of the shoe, he's like, give me 2 weeks. So I gave him 2 weeks. And I even gave him a third week. Because I think he had messaged me, and I was like, well, I'll ask him at the end of this week. Because I don't want to also be like, hey, I need my shoes back. But they are my shoes. So I was like, hey, so how's it going? I just want to follow up. And he was just like, oh, I haven't got around to do it, but I would do it this weekend. I'll send them right back. All right. And I feel like maybe he was just like, screw it. Just send them back. I'm not going to do anything with them. That's what I feel like when he did. Because
he never post. Do you follow him?
Yeah, I follow him. He was like, whenever
he didn't post anything?
No, he hasn't posted anything about the shoes or anything. They do post and stuff. But he was just like, he was like, whenever I post that, I'll tag you. I'll let you know. All right. So and I was like, I gotta be patient. Like, these things take time. I know how it is. He's probably a busy guy. I'm not gonna rush him. But I just always checking. I'm like, has he posted anything?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I want to kind of see him. I want to see what he did, or if he did anything.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like maybe he's like, these guys want their shoes back. Just send them back to them, and we just won't do anything. Because they did that one time. When I did the first pair, they're like, I don't know if it was him, but someone at Topo Chico were like, hey, we love your work. We want to send you something as a thank you. And I said, cool. And they're like, what's your address? So I gave them my address, and I never received anything.
Wow.
Trolley, the trolley company, the gummy bears, worms.
Yeah.
So I've done toy photography. I like action figures and stuff, and I do collect some figures or whatever. So I would do toy photography. I did some with Trolley, and they liked it. And they were just, I don't know, I can't remember if they shared. Maybe they shared it on the story. But they were like, we like your stuff. Can we send you something? I was like, yeah. And they sent me like this big bag of gummies and a bunch of stickers.
That's awesome.
And like a big old thank you letter and a big old envelope. I was like, that's cool. Like, that was just pretty cool. So I expected something like that from Topo Chico.
Yeah, I made a long time ago. I made a vlog. I bought a skateboard at Fast Forward Skate Shop in Austin, and I tagged the guy and sent him the video. I'm like, hey, this is just if you want to use it. It's the video is a vlog. It's not really a promotional for him, but he's like, yeah, man, I'll send you some stickers, and I never heard from him. So why you say it?
Yeah. No, like if I say I'm gonna send you something, I'll send you something. But anyways, I'm glad you got the shoes.
Well, man, thank you. Let's put a cap on.
Yeah, I was looking at something like, is it night already?
Golly, man. thanks for coming on. Oh, I'm sorry about all but it's just been like almost a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Just look, I've never had so many problems. I don't know, but it was, man. My favorite part was the homeless guy.